Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Green Zero. Welcome back to the Kane's Wrath Extended Series 2025. We are about to start stream number 7 in the tournament. So pretty far through the group stages now. We're sort of rounding out the last probably quarter of games to be played. So we have 2 more games today. Now I probably sound a little bit tired because it is 3:30 a.m. in Australia right now, so I've just had to get up. But don't worry, my voice will warm up. But yeah, we have 2 series here for you today, and let's have a quick talk about them because the players are ready to go. BikeRush saying he's retiring from Kane's Wrath. Everyone says that, I think. Just keeping an eye on the chat. People already starting to pile in now. The first game obviously is BikeRush versus Futurama. Now, not a critical game in the grand scheme of things. Futurama's guaranteed second position no matter what. So he's either looking at first or second, which is a great finals berth because he'll avoid BikeRush in the finals until the very end. For BikeRush, I mean, undoubtedly he's probably going to finish first or second as well. He does have 2 games remaining, including this one, but yeah, it's basically a top of the table jostling for positioning for this game. And then the other game is actually from Group A, the only game from Group A this weekend, Cyberstorm and Drive. So 2 players which are struggling quite badly. If Drive wants to stay in, he must beat Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm's basic, just playing it out. He can't really make any meaningful progress now, so he's just trying to save face here. But nonetheless, looks like the players are ready to go. I'm just going to update the scoreboard because it looks like Futurama wants to change his color. He's going to be going for blue. Alright, what faction is he going for? Okay, Scrin, Bikes, GDI. Bike's going GDI. Okay, let's just get that ready. And he's going Scrin. Okay, that looks good. Now, before we have a close look at this, we're just going to bring up the groups because I've updated the groups from the games that were played yesterday. So if you look at Group B, Masterleaf, doesn't matter what happens, Masterleaf's not, he can't get any higher than what he is. That's Masterleaf's stats. He's played all his games. He does currently sit in 3rd, but of course Tipsy and Senna. I said Tipsy and Senna at the same time and said Tenor. Tipsy and Senna obviously will have other things to say about that. So Masterleaf, there's a very strong chance he's simply just going to get knocked off that pedestal. He's in extreme danger. Like I said yesterday, the Tipsy Senna game is going to be the peak game because if Tipsy wins, boom, he gets 3rd. If Senna wins, it's going to come down to percentage, and it doesn't look good for Masterleaf because he's already got a lower game difference, and then in turn his percentage will end up probably a little bit lower as well. If Senna wins, Senna's percentage, of course, will go up. It'll probably go up regardless anyway. But yeah, this is the group stages. And again, we do, of course, have Drive and Cyberstorm. And as you can see from Group A, Drive and Cyberstorm, Cyberstorm's just sort of playing it out. Unfortunately, he can't really qualify. Drive, however, still has a chance to make it. He's only played 1 game, so after today, he'll have 2 games. But that is where we're at on the scores. So let's get the details back up here. We're going to be jumping into the game now to have a look and see what's going on. I think Bike and Futurama are ready to play, so there's no reason to really stall anymore. I will have updates available on my YouTube. I'll do a post and everything like that. Let's have a look here. Okay, yep, GDI versus Scrin. Okay, looking pretty good. So I think these guys are just about ready to go. We're going to do a quick sound check. Yeah, sound looks good. Again, any issues, just put the your details into the chat. Again, there's only a 60-second delay, which is enough. I believe BikeRushOwnz is streaming the tournament as well. So if you want to have a look from his FPV, head on over. I don't know if he's got a delay on this stream or whatever. If he doesn't have a delay, that's up to him, right? So there's no specific rules around that. Of course, if he doesn't have a delay, technically Futurama could just be listening to it in the background. But here we go. The game is about to start. Don't worry, I do know that the score screen is up. I'm just going to quickly remove that once the game starts. But yeah, this is going to be a best of 9 series between Futurama and BikeRush. It is a top of the table clash, so it's going to be pretty intense. Let's get rid of that. Alright. Where is it? There we go. That is not the right scoreboard, is it? Yeah, the scoreboard is definitely not right. It's yesterday's scoreboard, isn't it? There we go. So jumping into the game, starting in the south side on Winter Meltdown, we have BikeRushOwnz playing as GDI, and that means Futurama will be playing as the Vanilla Scrin, nonetheless, on the east side of Tournament Stadium. He's going to be going for that refinery first. Let me just double check and make sure everything's good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Bike's not streaming. He turned the stream off. Okay, so Bike Rush means that he's taking this very seriously if he's turned the stream off. I haven't checked if he's turned the stream off. It's just what people in the chat are saying. So Bike Rush may be a little bit concerned. Futurama is playing quite well. So we'll have to see how this goes. War Factory comes down. I couldn't imagine there'd be any particular rushing on this map. Now, these players did request that I pick the map. They did not mutually agree on any map, so that means I just decided to pick Winter Meltdown. Big fan of this map, of course, got a bit of history with this map. Futurama will take out a scout, but he'll lose one of his own. He's going to probably secure one of these buildings. These buildings are nice to have because they're pretty close to the enemy base, and of course they can prevent any direct rushing, or they give you a lot of warning of direct rushing if the enemy goes straight down the guts. A lot of really good strategically placed garrisons on this map, and they come in pretty big handy as the game goes on, especially if you're playing a heavy imp strat. The map, I'm not sure if people, like, the map looks closed, but then it's sort of like an open map. And when I say open and closed map, a closed map is a map that has a lot of choke points and is more tight, whereas an open map is big and flat and open, but this one's sort of like a hybrid. I mean, yeah, it does have its choky areas and its defensive areas, especially with the help of the garrisons. Like, it's very much a hybrid type map. It's also very unique with the 7 tib fields. You don't see that many maps with the 7 green tib fields. It's usually like a blue tib field, but this one has 7 green fields with a contested field. More often than not, players will go to the middle field. Masterleaf is in the chat. I'm not sure, Masterleaf, obviously he's interested in watching this game, but like I said, like I've been saying probably all morning and all yesterday, the center tips game is where Masterleaf is going to be on the edge of his seat, because again, technically he can still mathematically make it to the finals with 1 win, but he's heavily reliant now on the results of the remaining games. Nothing particularly interesting happening just yet. BikeRush just building a lot of harvesters, which is sort of the bike thing to do. Again, he does have a few rocket PCs, mainly for defense, I think. Is he? Yeah, look at that. For some reason, he must have known about the Seekers. I didn't actually spot the Seekers there. Wasn't paying attention to what's happening to the game. Bike in serious mode, but I think Future will always be strong. That comes from Ajax. Yeah, I think BikeRush 100% wants to, obviously he wants to win the series, but he's not like, oh yeah, I'm going to come first, I'll just play whatever and beat Future. He's actually going in and going, no, I'm going to play really hard in this one and beat Future, because you know, he wants top spot, right? Oh, look at that, he's actually going to lose an APC. He managed to de-garrison the rocket squad, so he is going to start taking some damage here. This harvester going to back off. It's only 3 Seeker tanks. We've got a, what do you call it, a buzzer swarm over there. But yeah, Future just harassing these harvesters. BikeRush again has gone very heavy on the economy, so he doesn't have really any units to defend here. I mean, maybe he can take out a harvester. He's getting close. BikeRush has to move the harvester, and this is the thing. BikeRush is one of those players who will pull harvesters like every single time, and he'll save the harvester probably. I'm not sure what's going on here with these APCs. They're sort of going in the wrong direction. I don't think it's going to matter. Yes, he pulled a harvester off the line for a while. It is pretty badly damaged, so it will harvest slower. But yeah, at some stage, I'm guessing BikeRush will drop a War Factory down here, maybe get some repairs. He's actually got 2 War Factories down here, so the reason why he's done that is he doesn't want Futurama to know it's double War Factory, right? Although Futurama did have a scout into the base at some stage, so he probably knows. No, he can't see that, really. I think that's just a replay glitch. He might actually be able to see that, because he definitely saw in here before. But BikeRush is now pushing onto a War Factory. There is some disintegrators down here. Now, there's not really anything down here. We do have machine guns on the harvesters, which will be able to defend to an extent, but probably not enough to actually prevent himself from losing a harvester here. BikeRush 5, Futurama 0. Some people are calling the 5-0, and look at this. Futurama got in, and he got a harvester, and I mean, one harvester makes this attack worth it, right? Because it's only a handful of disintegrators, it's not a big investment, and he forces BikeRush to micro bit. There is a dev tank there, and it's charged. He's trying to focus the dev tank, but it's reverse moving. This is the really awkward part, when the dev tanks just reverse backwards, because you got to chase them, and I mean, it just did so much damage before it went down. It did several times its own value. There is a tripod there, and I mean, there's only one. Oh no, sorry, there's two predator tanks. Storm column comes down. The tripod's going to run back to the war factory, and it's going to get away, right? Once it gets to the war factory, the repairs and the cover is going to be too much, and BikeRush is repelled pretty thoroughly there. Like, he didn't really get much done. He lost not like a huge amount of units, but a small contingent of units, and didn't really get too far into Future's base. Future went for a heavy tech, and he's going for force field generators. Almost certainly that's going to be force field generators. Yeah, some people are saying, yeah, 5-0, that's not going to happen. It's going to be, oh my god, is he going to get this damage harvester? He could just call in the lightning spike now if he realizes. I don't think Futurama actually, oh, this hasn't, yeah, we go. I was going to say, that's another harvester kill. One more hit, and he's got that harvester. That's nice. He could even put the repair tool on there just to be annoying, but BikeRush is going to drop a second tower. He's going to find some disintegrators, and look at this Futurama. He knows where the attack force is located. He's got another hit. He loves these hit squads of disintegrators. This is the third one this game. And I mean, there's no tip here. These harvesters might leave, although this harvester might be going. If it goes across this bridge, it's going to go across the bridge. He's almost certainly going to lose that, I think. BikeRush meandering in the middle now. He has cleaned up the spike. He is going to lose another harvester there, but there is a hammerhead with a rifleman inside that will dispatch the rest of them. But you got to remember, these disintegrators are ultra cheap. He's only got a couple of squads, and they're dirt cheap, and just sniping a harvester here or there. So he's basically sniped down 3 enemy harvesters, which at this stage of the game is, you know, it's not critical or anything. It's nice. It's a nice shape. Again, BikeRush has a lot of harvesters. He does go very heavy on the harvesters. We'll have to see what Future wants to do about this. He's actually going for a hexapod, despite the fact he must be close here. He's about to finish force field generator. He's already got 4 tripods. A little bit concerned he's a little bit base locked now. Like, yes, he has been striking BikeRush. Harvester here will probably try to get out of there. He does have the tripods here. Is he going to get the war factory before it gets this unit out? He's not going to get that. It's going to be another tripod. Marv does come out. This force has to back out. That force will be obliterated by this tripod force. We're looking at 5 tripods now versus just a handful of rail tanks. That's not enough rail tanks. The thing about predators is they die quite fast to that type of combination. Yeah, that one dev tank from before, again, he just reverse moved it, and he just pulled all of BikeRush's forces backwards, and he did get the dev tank, but the thing is, BikeRush lost so much stuff to get that. He's actually going to Marvis the middle field, not interested in refining. Does he have a base yet? Going for EMP grenades, because he heard that the Redeemer is out. Actually went back in. I'm quite surprised there. He's not going to make any progress. He's going to lose maybe a couple of units. Future, is he expanding though? That's my concern for Future. He has got a hexapod with 2 shocks in it, doesn't have a 3rd garrison. And he has moved the MCV. Yeah, he's going over here. I'm surprised he didn't just fly over the water. He's going around. Yeah, he's actually going to land here. That's a really unusual position. I mean, I guess he wants to expand here and have a base here. It's actually not too bad, right? Because if he has a base head here, he's got Devastator warships. I mean, they're going to be fantastic against these infantry that he's building. He's actually building EMP grenades. Again, he's got these zone troopers. The Marva's already got triple rail in it, so he's obviously building these zone troopers to just operate on the ground. We've got Devastator warship here, 2 Devastator warships now. They could start putting pressure on BikeRush's structures. Actually, where is his MCV? No, his MCV's up there. Yeah, he did sell off the buildings that were there. But again, he doesn't have anything to counter the Devastator warships, right? He's already putting plasma missile batteries down, expecting some type of air response to this. But I mean, Future's just going to go forward, right? He's still blocking that army from attacking him. And I think there are no buildings here, which is a bit unfortunate. Surely BikeRush is responding. He's going to get some firehawks. Actually, the airfield's in quite a dangerous position, but Future goes back, right? He probably can't see too far, and you can see that there's no buildings here, so maybe he's like, all right, this is a little bit risky. I'm just going to back off. 2 firehawks are out now. They're going to search for those Devastator warships. So he's going to come in. Doesn't quite have the missiles, because with the shields, you actually need an extra firehawk, or you need hard points to kill that with 2. He's coming back again, but I mean, Future is just here, right? He's just here. Is he going to go for it? I mean, he's already lost 2 rail tanks. There's just, yeah, he doesn't have the DPS to get these guys down. Is that? Oh my god, there's a commando there. Oh my god, he got one of the tripods. He got a 2nd tripod. He's got nothing to kill the commando. Wow, I did not. Where did this commando come from? He's going to get the 3rd tripod, and somehow BikeRush wins that engagement, and he's going to kill the husks as well, just to be annoying. making sure Future can't reclaim that. There are more tripods down here. He does have the Devastator warship. He is going to camp the center, but BikeRush has an economy up here. I mean, it's not much of an economy, but it is an economy. Oh, all the power plant's going to go down, and the Commando's still alive. I mean, Futurama isn't focusing that. He's going to get it. Oh my god, if he gets the tech center, he's going to get the tech center. Futurama doesn't realize it's there. He lost his tier 3. He's going to get the tier 1.5. No stasis chamber as well. These tripods will clean up, but I mean, the Commando technically could just come over here. He's got an elite Commando. Master Leaf is proud, but it will be dispatched by that last Buzzer Swarm, and these forces will be cleaned up. But oh my god, that one Commando just it enabled that attack, right? Because without the Commando, BikeRush loses here, right here on this field. It doesn't lose the game, but he loses that engagement. But because of that, he lost 3 tripods, he lost all of his base, and he lost his tier 3. That hurts, right? That hurts, because Futurama, he's got a lot of economy here, way more than Bike, and he's got 4 Devastators, which is nice, but he doesn't have his tech anymore. Late game tech in a Scrin matchup is so important. Scrin is very heavily reliant on their tech in the late game, much more than other factions are. And BikeRush is going to attack. He's got zone troopers on the ground. He's got to watch out. Those Devastator warships will do serious damage. Future is in a nice spot, though, by the way. Here comes the Firehawks. They will come in. Does he get a Firehawk? He will get a Firehawk. That's important as well. It gets 2 Firehawks because now he doesn't have enough to one-shot the Devastators. Still 3 Devastators standing, so he only got 1. And with the tripods here, this should be okay to hold. Oh my god, it's actually a lot of disintegrators. I don't think BikeRush realizes he could just go for the... he could just move forward right now, and he's going to, because the Juggernauts, once he closes range with the Juggernauts, they are destroyed. He stasis out that army, which means these Juggernauts are as good as dead. Buzzer Swarm comes in. I'm not sure what the Buzzer Swarm was for. I think Futurama, that might have been a mistake. Was he trying to phase? He actually Buzzer Swarmed his units. There's another Juggernaut here, but that's going to be destroyed. I think he could just try to go for the MCV snipe. Yeah, he's got 3 Devastators. He can just go for the MCV snipe. Gets the other one. He's going to EMP. He needs to EMP the Marv right now. Oh my god, he gets the EMP off the Marv. He's going to be able to destroy the Marv. He's going to destroy the Marv. BikeRush is going to lose his MCV. Oh my god, this is turning around. The Marv is dead. He's going to get these Juggernauts. These Juggernauts are on borrowed time. They're going to be destroyed. There's so many disintegrators down here. So where are these disintegrators coming from? He gets the MCV. The Juggernauts are dead. The Hexapod is going to survive, and BikeRush loses this engagement. Oh my god, he's going to lose the middle field. And BikeRush, remember, he doesn't have an economy behind this. He's got 1 ref here and only a couple of harvesters. He's done. And look at this, Futurama has eaten the entire 3rd field. If you look at the radar, he's in a fantastic spot. There's 2 Firehawks, but it's not enough. He's not going to be able to get those Devastators. BikeRush loses. BikeRush is down in game 1. Oh my god, Futurama, what an engagement. That engagement was pinpoint perfect use of Scrin support powers there, as well as the target firing from Future, and those rando disintegrator hit squads just coming in and just taking out so many units. That was nuts. Oh my god, Futurama, he's on fire. So Bike versus Future game. What a explosive game 1 that was. That was a pretty intense game number 1, and we can see that Futurama, he only got about what, 9, he got 9 grand more, which is not a lot, but that last engage, oh, that was so well done by Futurama. BikeRush did not know what hit him. So yeah, he's actually been knocked down. Futurama takes an early lead in the series, and the thing is BikeRush going to be shook by that? That's the question, because BikeRush, we've seen him be shook before. Is it shaken or shook? I'm not sure. Bike's pick. Wow, so Bike drops game 1, and I mean, obviously that's not a huge surprise, because Futurama does obviously, beat Futurama. Futurama does sometimes beat BikeRush, but he's not the favorite, right? He's not the favorite to win. He can beat him. We've seen him beat him in a tournament, but it's just obviously a majority is Bike. So what do we got? We got actually Futurama is actually Cyan. He said blue. I knew he said. I know he likes to play Cyan. Okay, and it looks like he wants to go black hand. So I have the colors slightly wrong. I mean, no, it's not going to be important because BikeRush is actually red. All right, I just can have a quick sip of my coffee. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh man, I did a really good job on that cup. Yeah, he wants the number 1 spot, so actually I've got the scoreboard wrong again. So it's going to be Scrin. versus Black Hand. Oh, I didn't even update the score. What am I doing? I'm so excited about that game. That game was really good. So here he is, the man who's taken an early lead in the series with a fantastic display. Futurama will be sticking with Scrin Vanilla, deciding to maintain that. Meanwhile, BikeRushOwnz switches straight to Black Hand, which is probably one of his staple factions, right? So he's not mucking around when he goes straight to like really any Nod faction for BikeRush. He's obviously most well known as the Nod player, but he can of course play any faction he likes and just be good with it. But yeah, this is one of his very serious faction now. He's like, okay, I lost game 1. Just remember, it's a best of 9. It's a long series, right? So you don't have to be too worried about dropping that first game. But nonetheless, Futurama must be feeling pretty good, especially after that commando attack. Oh my god, that was so well done by BikeRush. But then the final engagement, Futurama just had the units he needed and the positioning. And yeah, I just love those disintegrators. You know, they just have the disintegrators there, like everywhere. And BikeRush is like, what the hell? There's like, you know, 8 or 9 disintegrator squads, and they come in and they do a lot of damage when there's that many of them, and they're really cheap to deploy, and he's just not expecting it. But yeah, gonna clean up these scouts now. Not gonna be too fussed about those. Just standing on the blue tip field, that's not good for your health. It's not good indeed. BikeRush not going to rush, not going to do any type of flame open here. Futurama, his ref is going to be slightly behind just because he does have the extra 1 second on his power plant builds there. So, but everything's basically on point. Both these guys very fast, exactly where we expect them to be. Futurama's going to put down the second power plant before moving his MCV. It's a bit harder for Scrin to move their MCV because they have a bit more animation. They have a pack up animation and a deploy animation, and they can't do anything until that's complete, whereas GDI and Nod, their pack up animation is faster, and when they deploy, they don't have to wait for the animation. As soon as they hit that button, they can start building even before the MCV finishes any of its animation at all, so it's a bit quicker. BikeRush on 5 he's on 5 harvesters already. Oh, he's gone for a seeker tank. I was going to say Futurama, expecting him to be on something similar. He's going to come in with the scout. Futurama's going to clean the scout up. Very important. Again, scouting in this game is key, because if you don't scout, you know, you can always lose to a cheese play or something like that, or you can just get jumped by a flank. Yeah, he's really pushing hard to clean up these scouts, which I like. Actually loses power there. That's a bit unfortunate. BikeRush could have fled, but not going to be the case. I guess he felt that he wasn't going to get away anyway. Scorpion tanks through the middle. Where'd that Seeker go? Did he pull back? Yeah, he actually did pull back, so he can see that there are Scorpion tanks there. That's really early Scorpion tanks. I guess it's not that early. He's going to come out and have a look into the space. He's going to lose his scout, but he sees the second war factory. He sees the refinery. That's really all he needed to see right now. He knows that it's a double war factory now. That's what he wanted to see. Disintegrator squad's coming out, and that's just really annoying, right? These tanks can't do anything about those disintegrator squads. Going to pop that tank like a balloon. Disintegrator's really good against Scorp tanks, especially before they get the dozer blade, because you can't just crush the disintegrators. I mean, you can, but you know, they'll destroy your tanks very quickly. Raider buggy comes in. We'll find this squad here. He's going to put some hull damage on that tank, but ultimately he will be destroyed. Yeah, he did about $300 worth of damage to the tank, right? Yeah, it's about almost spot on $300, because half health is 400, and that's not quite half health. So Futurama with a few squads here. He's going to find these Raider buggies. I'm surprised there's no Seeker tank. So this is the hit squad that he's trying to do, right? He's trying to put the hit squad down the bottom, but this time Bike finds it. He might be able to get like one Raider buggy, maybe. Oh, he gets one Raider buggy, yeah, but he sees that, you know, he's going to go for it. He's like, all right, cool, I'm going to go and finish those off. He did lose a couple of harvesters to this type of gameplay, but this time it looks like BikeRush is all over it. Going to lose another Raider. Oh, no, he switches targets. Probably could have got that Raider buggy. Everything counts here. Yeah, there's a few Seekers up here, but I mean, these are realistically just scouts. I actually got force fields, so BikeRush sees it as well. So are we going to see heavy Seeker play? That harvest is pretty badly damaged. Oh, there's dev tanks. That's weird. He got force fields. Actually kills quite a number of Raider buggies here that we missed out. He went force fields, but he's gone double dev tank. I guess maybe for the gunwalkers. It makes the gunwalkers very difficult to kill, because gunwalkers historically are a cheap tanky unit. Like, they're not obviously, don't have a huge amount of health, but in the grand scheme of things, they can draw a lot of fire, and having those shields on them makes them really difficult to kill. And it's going to mean that BikeRush as well, trying to use infantry is going to be hard. It's actually going to destroy the tower. I would have thought he would actually capture that. He could have captured that behind his attack push here. Might need to recharge some of the devs. Two of the devs are not charged up. He could go to the blue Tiberian field, but BikeRush has this, he's got this Scorp tank Raider buggy force that's actually going to be absolutely decimated by these units. These units will rip that apart, and he is going man spam beam cannon. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. It's man spam beam cannon. And the force field generator is actually going to come in handy here, and Futurama sees it, right? He sees it, and these what do you call it, gunwalkers are going to engage on a very wide front. It's not too bad, I guess. Maybe he might want to pull the gunwalkers back to consolidate his forces. He is killing some of the infantry squad, just thinning it down a little bit, but ultimately he's going to lose these gunwalkers. Nice flank here. The structure is obviously stopping them from dying. Dev tanks coming in. It's not charged. There are more dev tanks coming in though, and oh my god, BikeRush is going to have to get out of there. He's going to lose most of these forces. The dev tanks just so powerful. They just blast through those so quickly. He can recharge all of his dev tanks, and he's got mechapedes as well to help kill the infantry. Yeah. He's got a lot of mechapedes as well, so he could literally just send in the dev tanks. He's going to reach. I love this, the fact that Futurama has been keeping his dev tanks very heavily charged. And look, he's got shard mechas. He's got a decoy army as well. There's just not that much infantry here. He needs to watch out because BikeRush's beam cannons are so close that he's going to be able to snipe down these buildings. Look at that. And they do grenade damage, and he's got like, what, like 8, 10 beam cannons. He needs to go in now, right? He needs to go in now. Here come the dev tanks. He stasis. Oh my god, it's a huge stasis as well. These beam cannons on the flank are dead. I would like the what do you call it, the mechapedes to go and thin the infantry down. He needs to call in a buzzer swarm at some point as well. There's not that much infantry here. The dev tanks are shooting. He will phase, so this is obviously for a crush. I think he phased a little bit too soon. BikeRush walking into the back of formation mechas. That's really bad. Oh my god, he buzzer swarms them as well. All of these beam cannons are going to die. Where'd the dev tanks go? I mean, there's some phase ones here, but all of the beam cannons are going to be destroyed. This is a failed push from BikeRush. He lost a lot of infantry and all of his beams, and I mean, he killed, what, 2 dev tanks? It's actually battle marks. Oh, flame tanks, sorry, I did not see this. Some of the base has been hollowed out. Tier 2 is not quite destroyed. The tier 3 is gone. Oh my god, we must have missed it. He got the tier 3. There's another flame tank there. He's got a veteran mecha as well. That's nice. Now, Futurama might want to put down another tech center. He's actually about to run out of eco here, and BikeRush is at the expansion. He doesn't have anything here. Yeah, he's going to have to make a move. Does he have a commando? No, he doesn't have a commando or a mastermind, so he's going to have to move his drone ship the old-fashioned way, which he's going to do now. I just feel that, yeah, Futurama needs to push right now because he has a big unit advantage, and neither side has a third base. BikeRush is about to get his third base, but here we go. Here's the mechapede. BikeRush is going to be very good on targeting the head here, though. I don't think it's going to work out. There's actually a dev tank here, so these harvesters are going to die. There's a few units as well. The mechapedes are in formation, which means the infantry are not going to do that well against them. He's going to be able to get maybe that harvester, that one dev tank. He needs to pull more dev tanks. I feel that he does have more dev tanks somewhere, but he's just not sending them forward. He's thinning the infantry out with a handful of gunwalkers, very cost effective. The mechapedes, to be honest, the mechapedes could just move forward. They could just move directly forward, and they would kill everything right now. BikeRush would never be able to kill this many mechas. Unfortunately, he's still trying to kite, but look, there's so few forces here from BikeRush. He could just go in and get them. Yeah, he's got a lot of gunwalkers. He could just send the gunwalkers forward now. Maybe want to pull that back. BikeRush has got a ref on the expansion. That one dev tank will probably be destroyed. And this is the thing, right? He can just move forward, right? There's so few, and he's realized it now. It's like, hang on a second. There's only like 7 or 8 squads here. I can just move straight through them, and then he can just chase the beam cannons down because BikeRush continued to go beam cannons. It's not going to be a good matchup versus this many mechas and this many gunwalkers. There's just too many units from Futurama. He's going to move into this base. He doesn't have a ref down. He sent the dev tanks down here. I like this. They will be able to protect against flame tank harass. And now the mechas are into the base. Oh my god, BikeRush is going to start losing his infrastructure. He's going to lose his power. His power is down. He could easily go up here and destroy these harvesters, but he decides, you know what? I'm going to back out. I don't know if I agree with that. A couple of gunwalkers died here, and look at that. He's going to come in with the mechas. He's going to come in with the gunwalkers. He should be able to just kill all the infantry squads here. Yeah, this is way too much anti-infantry, and BikeRush cannot. BikeRush is having trouble massing his forces. Look, he just decimated it. There's way too many mechas there. He's not going to get that. Force fire in the ground. I'm not sure what's going on there. I guess he wanted to move them through. harvester gets destroyed as well. And Futurama is just in a commanding position right now. BikeRush just doesn't have that much stuff. He's got no defense down here. He can just move into this base and he can get all the harvesters. Like, there's nothing BikeRush can do. There's one plasma missile, but there's one laser turret which just got destroyed. And he needs to start focusing harvesters now. He gets one harvester. Oh my god, this is devastating. BikeRush is losing so many harvesters. Oh my god, he's just getting ravaged. He can actually just go and destroy. I think he can just go and destroy these units. I'm not sure why he's just sitting. He should just move forward. There's like, BikeRush can't hold this. Another harvester goes down. He is playing it very safely. Oh, he's going to get the bridge. Oh my god, he almost got the bridge. That would have killed all the mechas. Oh my god, he's actually got 2 veteran mechapeds. Okay, maybe pulling back is a good idea. They look pretty badly damaged. These tanks here are going to be destroyed. He's got 3 veteran mechapeds. Oh my god, these are actually causing so much trouble. And BikeRush has been ravaged. He's got 3 harvesters here. Are you serious? And he's moving his MCV. Where's he going to go? Futurama's got a massive economy here. He's actually going to destroy the bridge because he doesn't want to know about it. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, I was going to say, that's actually really important because there'll be no sneaky flame tanks. He's going to push? Really? Oh man, BikeRush out in the open with the beam cannons. I mean, he's going to get a mechapede, but I mean, he gets one mechapede and then he gets overrun, right? Oh, the beam cannons are just getting smashed. He's still going heavy on the beam cannons. Yeah, these mechas. Oh my god, he sees the MCV push as well. He's like, hey, what's going on here? BikeRush, surely he doesn't have any tech behind this. We need to have a quick check. I mean, he's gonna push. He's gonna push without tech. I mean, yeah, he's got some beam cannons, but I mean, the mechas are going to bypass and they're going to go across this really dangerous looking bridge, and there's just nothing here. There's a couple of squads. Oh my god, he can just kill all the squads. He's going to get another harvester straight away. Does lose a mechapede pretty quickly. Gets another harvester, loses another mechapede, but you know what? He's got veteran mechas. He's going to formation move. He's calling in repair drones. He's killing everything that's here. Meanwhile, this base, this is not going to work, right? He's got these buzzer hives already down. He's got a couple of gunwalkers. Yeah, there's a chunk of infantry there, but I mean, a phase crush almost certainly is coming at some point. He just doesn't have he just doesn't have enough force here, right? And he's just repairing up these 3 veteran mechapeds. He's going to kill the rest of the units, and he's just going to go in, I think. No, he's going to pull them back for now. He is pushing forward here. There is some dev tanks. There's the buzzer swarm. Oh my god, rips through the infantry. There's so many dev tanks here, and they're just going to move in for the crush as well. It's not going to matter. Oh my god, BikeRush is being completely destroyed. Futurama Russian. Oh my god, that was a clinic. That was like Marcy's taking notes right now. It's like, oh my god, like Futurama 2-0 out to an early lead. This is nuts. Futurama versus, oh god. So I need to clean these replays up, don't I? Oh my god, so and that was another commanding game from Futurama as well, right? I mean, economy, actually he got less resources towards the end, but I mean, I don't think it mattered, right? Because he just killed so much stuff. His kill death ratio was really high. And Futurama, yeah, bloody hell. Futurama just in a really good position right now. And that's the thing, like, yeah, I don't know what to say, but it's really strong gameplay. It's not like BikeRush is playing bad or anything like that. Like, BikeRush is again, like I said before, he's playing as BikeRush should, with these really powerful strats, this really confident play. But Futurama twice in a row now has shut it down, and yeah, and he's made it look pretty thorough at the end. Yeah, some Devastators would have been great, but the thing is, you remember, he got his tech sniped, and then he decided to go for he decided obviously to get more economy down first, and that sort of turned out okay because he still had so many mechapeds, and he just killed so much stuff with them, right? He killed so much stuff with them. Looks like faction changes are coming in as well. Futurama maybe switching to Steel. He's going to switch Steel Talons. Yeah, Marcy saying he should have gone Screen Vanilla. We haven't seen that much Screen Vanilla. Only a handful of games so far. But yeah, we've got Steel Talons and Black Hands, so let's just fix the score screen. There we go. So this is the man on the the east side of Badlands Hills. It's Futurama. He has a 2-0 lead. Who would have thought this would be the open? 2 fantastic games by both these players, actually. Both players played really well, but ultimately BikeRush did not come out ahead, and Speaking of BikeRush, he's playing his Blackhand. It's a triple spike map, the only one in the map pool to have that triple spike opening. And yeah, like, again, like I said, BikeRush is not playing bad. He's playing really good, but Futurama's just playing better, right? And this is a gameplay that I haven't seen from Futurama. Futurama normally does pretty stock plays, but he's actually doing quite advanced plays in the last 2 games, especially the mecha play. Like, he used his mechas so well. He got, like, I think across the game he got about 5 or 6 veteran mechas across the whole game, and yeah, and just ravaging BikeRush's economy as well. Like, BikeRush did end up with more economy, but that economy was being spent on more economy, which was then dying and having to be spent on more economy. So it's just a brutal cycle there. You can see if he didn't do as much economic damage, then Bike would have run away with it. But he just, yeah, he kept striking and he kept hitting those harvesters, and it was just, yeah. Which Scrin faction is he? He's using Scrin Vanilla. Like, that's the scoreboard has it up there. He's Scrin Vanilla. So if he's Reaper or Traveler, then I would have that on the scoreboard and I would mention it. But yeah, just a standard opening. So BikeRush not doing any rushing at all. Powers down the War Factory. Needs to put his second ref down. Yeah, a little bit delayed, I think, but the 4th harvester should be coming out soon. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, right? Because BikeRush's 4th harvester is about to come out. Actually, Futurama got his 4th harvester out a little faster. So there you go. Maybe BikeRush just not doing the most peak ample build. Maybe he got his spikes a little bit later. Futurama's going to come in. Or if you can get AP ammo, Blackhand can't win here. Well, if you're Master Leaf and you do 5 games in a row while forgetting AP ammo, I understand, alright, maybe you did 1 game where you forgot it, but every single game, like, nah, you don't deserve to be in finals if that's you know, what you're doing. But yeah. Oh, what an explosive start to this series. Futurama again, very thorough on the scout cleaning. We'll clean that scout up as well. Let's have a look at his vision, see what he can see. BikeRush can't see, I mean, you can just see where that scout was, and then, yeah, it's pretty fair. Some peoples are coming. Futurama, yeah, he can see quite a bit, just not the bottom of the map. He's going to come in, and he's going to find 1 harvester. And this is the thing, BikeRush is so greedy. Does he not have anything here to deal with this? Oh my god, he's actually going to lose a harvester to 4 pitbulls. Yeah, he's going to lose one. He might even lose a second one because BikeRush, there's a Scorpion tank coming now, but I think Futurama might just get this harvester and then he evac out. Yeah, he's going to evac out. He's going to put some hull damage on this harvester. I don't think he's going to stick around to destroy it because, yeah, otherwise he's probably just going to lose his pitbulls. But yeah, 2 pitbulls for a harvester early on. Like, yeah, BikeRush is like he's not getting his way, right? He's not getting his way. Futurama's not letting him have his way. He even backs up. He's got room to maneuver up the back of the map here. This is an area of the map probably don't see used very often at all. There's 1 garrison here. The others are not garrisonable. You can stick aircraft here and obviously other bits and pieces, but yeah, it's actually going to get trapped. It looks like another Scorp tank's going to come down here. But Futurama, he actually splits his pitbulls. Oh my god, like, that's just annoying, right? He knows he can't get out, so he splits the pitbulls up, and one of them gets away, and it's going to get another scout. He's going to see everything in the main base, and he's going to be like, alright, War Factory, harvesters, Bike comes out, and this pitbull is going to go back to base, right? It's going to be reused. 4 harvesters, oh my god, on the expansion. BikeRush has 5 on the expansion, so BikeRush really pushing hard. He's got 10 harvesters. Futurama actually pulled a harvester. Oh my god, no, he's going for blue tip. So I thought he pulled a harvester to the expansion, but no, he pulled a harvester to go blue tip. He's going to find these Titans here, and he's not going to get these Titans, right? There's 2 Titans here. They can one-shot bikes, and what are these Raider buggies going to do? Nothing. They're going to die. There are some Scorp tanks here. I mean, he can fight the Scorp tanks a little bit. There's actually another Titan coming. This is just, and another Titan, and another oh my god. I don't think BikeRush realized how many Titans. He only got 1 Titan, and I mean, he traded out, you know, 4 or 5 units to get that. So a lot of Titans coming out, yeah. You don't see a lot of Titan spam happening. There is some Wolverines here. They will be overrun. BikeRush decides no, he's going to turn around and go back. Gets a Wolverine. Did he even get a Wolverine? Or was that the only Wolverine there? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at how many units he was losing. Yeah, BikeRush just getting cut off. Futurama has the positioning. Is he going for aircraft? He's got an airfield. Is this going to be hammerheads? Keep a tight eye on that. Yeah, it is. It's going to be hammerheads. Let's see if he's pulled a Master Leaf. No, he hasn't pulled a Master Leaf. AP ammo is on the upgrade and it's almost done. 4 hard pits for years. Bart Jones trying to claim credit for the 4 pit harvester. This harvester needs to get out of there. That's unfortunate. He's obviously forgotten about his blue tip harvester and he's going to lose that. A little bit unfortunate. units going around. Oh my god, there is actually some units here. A Wolverine will go down, but you know what? Ape Hammer was done. Oh, you don't really want to be using hammerheads like this. He's probably going to lose one hammerhead, but he kind of has to, right? He kind of has to get these bikes, so I guess one hammerhead is okay to defeat the entirety of the bike attack. And he will kill all the infantry here, by the way. These last Wolverines might get cleaned up. It's going to be hard to say. These units will be found by the Titans, and you know what? The trades from Futurama are very cost effective. BikeRush not even moving that force out of harm's way. They will be destroyed. Obviously he's forgotten about it, or maybe he just doesn't care. He's got bigger problems. Futurama just cleans up. He cleans up. One click comes down. Gonna get one refinery. Doesn't get the harvesters. Where is the MCV? It's over here. It's gonna be a while before that ref gets replaced, but you know what? I don't think it's gonna matter because Bike just doesn't have... I mean, he's got these flame tanks here. There are hammerheads. He can probably try and block with the harvesters, which he is actually doing right now. I don't think he's going to get that flame tank in time. Oh, now double ref destroy. That's going to be pretty bad. He does lose a hammerhead, so that's quite bad now, losing both refineries. You often see this type of play where the Nod player will click one refinery just as flame tanks are coming in, and the flame tanks will get the other refinery. So Futurama is going to counterattack. He's actually got quite a force now. This is the thing. Yes, BikeRush has done some economic damage, but he doesn't have a standing army. He's got quite a bit of imp spam over here, but Futurama is attacking where the imp spam is not. Futurama needs to buy some time, and there's a double hand of Nod here, but it's not going to be enough. There's way too many Wolverines here. They're just going to be able to destroy that. He's going to have to sell off. These infantry forces are going to be destroyed. I think he might even be able to take the remainder of the infantry here. He's got probably enough Wolverines maybe to get rid of this. He's going to move forward. The hammerheads are coming. Yeah, I think he's actually going to be able to clean up the infantry. There's not quite enough rocket squads. With the help of the hammerheads are drawing fire. That black hand squad will take a world of bullets to kill, but maybe BikeRush just holds off. The Titans are actually moving through the base. Redeemer's almost done. That's almost certainly going to be a rage. A Mantis is forced out as well. So BikeRush getting desperate to counter the, the hammerheads. The Titans need to get into the field. Now, this is really bad. He's probably going to rage immediately. But, I mean, realistically, he can actually go in for the crush here. The crush move. Spectre Artillery. Yeah, look at that. BikeRush has to pull all his harvesters. There's so many harvesters here, right? There's so many harvesters here. Is he going to get any harvesters, right? He's not actually focusing down. He's going to get a crush off on that one, but I think he's only got one harvester so far. He could easily get that one, gets it. But look, he has shut down all the mining on this field so far. All the mining is shut down. BikeRush does get his harvesters back to work, but aside from a Redeemer and some infantry, there's just not much. Oh my god, did he sell his tech center? He had to sell all of his tech as well, so BikeRush is now just... you got enough hand of Nod, 6 hand of Nod, and he can't actually build out. He's stalling, right? So he can't actually build out of any of these. Flame tank up here. Futurama has spotted it. The question is, has he actually really spotted it, or did it just cross his vision? Oh my god, Futurama's been getting all the blue Tiberium. He did rebuild both of his refineries, and he's got a refinery down here. So this is fantastic. This is what we haven't seen from the other players, is that behind it, they don't eco, they don't do anything, but Futurama's ecoed hard. He's putting up a tower wall, right? He's putting up a tower wall. The hammerhead is responding. There's another hammerhead. Yeah, he's probably going to get the airfield, maybe. He just gets the airfield. Not a huge loss. There's 2 behemoth here. No, 4 behemoth. Oh my god, that's too much for BikeRush. He needs to building block. He needs to building block. He needs something to take out the infantry. There's just not that much infantry here, right? And the hammerheads are going to come along. There's not many hammerheads. BikeRush has to back off. He's getting blocked by his own infantry and massive hull damage coming in because he got all those shots in the rear armor. And the hammerheads will clean up. I mean, this behemoth actually gets back. He pulls it back. And the hammerheads will clean up with the help of the towers. There's just not enough units here from BikeRush. Oh my god, this attack is not going to work. The Redeemer's almost dead. And the Redeemer cannot self-repair because he put double rocket in it, which is going to be fantastic versus the hammerheads. But, I mean, there's so many... Futurama doesn't even need any more behemoth. He can just spam Wolverines at this point. I think he can literally just... His economy got shut down here. I think he must have lost some harvesters. But I don't think it matters right now. He can just move forward with Wolverines and he'll just win, right? He'll just win. He's going to kill these infantry while they're in small numbers. BikeRush still has done an okay job of putting out some infantry units, just not that much. The behemoths are here though. I think, yeah, he needs to pull back just a little bit just to get a little bit more anti-infantry out, and then he should be fine. BikeRush retreats, and shooting infantry in the back, that's always a good idea, right? It's always a good idea. They're taking so much damage from the Wolverines. Oh, look how many behemoth there are here. There's 7 behemoth. Again, I don't think Futurama needs any more behemoth. BikeRush, remember, does not have tech. He has no tech behind this. It's just man spam to the end of time. And he's moving the behemoths forward. He sold the MCV. Oh my god, he sold the MCV. I think he's just going to suppress. He's got his MCV here. The Redeemer just can't engage, right? As soon as the Redeemer engages, it's just going to be destroyed. Oh my god, it's so low on health. Futurama is going to destroy the Redeemer. Oh my god, and that's the end of BikeRush. He only has infantry and there's not much of it. He's going to lose this game. He has no economy. BikeRush, lol, GG. Futurama, oh my god. Futurama is a madman. He is just running a clinic on BikeRush. Like, BikeRush doesn't seem to have an answer for this. Oh my god, 118. He got 10 grand more than than BikeRush that time. You can see he got hit by the economy, but the thing is, Futurama is just making all the look at that kill death ratio. Oh my god, because of the infantry. Futurama is making the decisions he needs to win, and he's making fantastic decisions, right? He's making absolutely fantastic decisions. Oh geez, he's just doing so well. Like, he's playing so good. This is crazy. And BikeRush as well. BikeRush, again, did a really powerful BikeRush strategy, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Hmm. 3-0 to Futurama. Futurama is within reach. Top spot in his field is within reach, which is a guaranteed top 4 position. Oh my, I can't believe what's happening here. Futurama is just playing like... I have not seen Futurama play this good, by the way. In all of his other series and all recently, he sort of just plays stock, right? But he is just doing something crazy here. Like, he's not doing something crazy. He's just playing so well, right? Everything. He's got his units in the perfect positioning every single time. He's got the perfect comp. He engages right when he needs to. He disengages right when he needs to. It's just, yeah, it's just a... He's just got him picked. Oh. Yeah, is he doing a speed run on bike? I mean... This is not what I expected to see happen, by the way. Like, obviously expect the Futurama to win some games, but to be 3-0 up, and at this point in time, the series victory is within reach of Futurama. We could be looking at a top place Futurama. Technically, BikeRush could finish 3rd if he loses this game. I doubt it, but it's a possibility. We've got a black hand mirror. Let's just fix the scoreboard. Futurama showing that he's not afraid to play a wide range of factions either. Yeah, but starting in the south side, BikeRush, he's 3-0 down, or 0-3, depending how you want to look at it. Futurama, oh my god, he's in such a strong position right now. He's 3-0 up. He's in the top of the map. He's on Dust Bowl. Who would have thought BikeRush would be dictating the map pool? Looks like BikeRush is going to be Refinery first as well. Black hand stats are so cruel over this tournament. Yeah, the black hand stats are actually really bad, right? Now, you're probably thinking, oh, some of the lesser skilled players are playing with black hand. They have the highest pick rate, and right now, if you remove mirrors, so mirrors obviously screw with the results, but if you remove mirrors, black hand, I think their win rate's like 42% or something. Like, it's bad. Like, it's like the 6th worst or 7th. I think it's the 7th worst faction in terms of win rate in the tournament, but it's got such a high pick rate, right? So there's things you got to look at. You got to look at how many people are playing it, who's playing it. So some people are going, oh, Steel Talons, right now they're at like a 62% win rate, excluding mirrors. But their pick rate's getting pretty high now, over 20 games. So yeah, Steel Talons are just doing well. I don't even know what it is, right? What is about, like, Steel Talons, nothing much changed in their late game, right? I think people just aren't expecting people to play Steel Talons as much these days, and people are being very aggressive with Mammoth tanks. They're sort of like, hey, I'm going to build Mammoth tanks and I'm just going to go in and push. We've got a bike attack here from Futurama. He is going to get this Raider buggy. It can't really escape. Bike's here from Bike, of course. He is going to... Oh my god, did he get a 2-for-1? He did. He got a 2-for-1, and he cleans up the next bike, so he lost 1 bike and a buggy for 3 bikes. Not a huge deal, but still, that's nice. Oh my god, did he go for a flame? surely he's got a flame tank. His bike's going to see this, right? He's going to see this. He should be able to get that bike. Yeah, he's going to go for that one. I think he's going to get it. Yeah, he's going to pull back. But he knows there's a flame tank, right? He built a harvester. Surely he saw the black flame. Surely he saw the black hand. Are you for real? Yeah, he is. He's definitely building combat units. It's probably a Scorp tank. Yeah, it is. It's going to be a Scorpion tank because he kind of needs it. He can't just go for bikes right now because Futurama, he knows Futurama's building bikes. And yeah, look at that. Futurama's going to focus the enemy bike down. This flame tank's going to get in. I mean, he might get a ref. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he's going to get a refinery. He's actually going to get this Scorpion tank. So that's nice. So doesn't get a refinery. Wasn't really in too much danger there. BikeRush defends that pretty well. Black Hand Squad going to the spike, no doubt. Only 2 harvesters. 3rd harvester halfway done. Yeah, Bike's got 3 harvesters and 2 ref. Yeah, why did he switch off screen? Steel Talons OP. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, Steel Talons, they are obviously losing games in the tournament, but they seem to have, yeah, a pretty decent win rate. You got to remember who's picking Steel Talons, though. Some of the top players are picking... Actually, Bart Jones, I think, is picking a lot of Steel Talons. I do have the stats on a player's individual basis. Will actually kill that. Doesn't get the full crush off on the Black Hand, which means ultimately the Black Hand will get down there. It'll take a long time to destroy the spike, but Futurama just doing annoying things like that, picking off 1 or 2 units here or there that BikeRush is relying on to get things done, and then having that shut down. BikeRush is in a better position so far right now. He's got a double War Factory. Did he sell his MCV? Yes, he sold his MCV. Okay, so he's 2 War Factory all in. He's got 4 harvesters instead of 5, so does Futurama know it's an all-in? Because right now he's got 4 harvesters. He doesn't have that many forces. BikeRush is going around as well. He's going around to hide his forces. Bike doesn't have that much right now. I mean, Futurama can hold this off. I mean, he's got 3. Yeah, he's going to actually run straight into these bikes now. He loses a bike straight away. There is a Scorp tank there. He needs to focus on the bike. 2nd War Factory. Oh my god, can you place that any closer? Pulls the Scorpion tank back, and now he's got a 2nd Scorp tank. Oh my god, can he actually hold this off? Oh, Futurama calls it? Really? I would have thought he could have held that. I mean, there's only a couple of bikes and a... Oh, I guess there's a lot streaming across the map. I just feel like he could have just camped his Scorps at the War Factory and focused the bikes down. I guess maybe he felt that he couldn't do it. Maybe as well, he thinks because he's far ahead, he can actually just afford to throw that one. I don't know. He didn't want to fight it, perhaps, but that was a little bit of a disappointing game 4 from Futurama. I think he could have done a little bit better in that situation. Oh, not that one. GZ, why don't you pick Steel Talons? I do pick Steel Talons. Who says I don't play Steel Talons? I was the OG Steel Talons. I was the one who was winning tournaments with bugged out Steel Talons back in the day. Can't tell me how to play Steel Talons. So BikeRush gets one back a little cheap, not a little cheaply, but a little too quick for my liking there. I think Futurama let that one go a bit quickly. Yeah, pulling that Scorp tank behind the War Factory. It didn't get killed, and then he started taking out bike after bike. I think he could have held that, right? Yeah, he probably would have lost a harvester, but you got to remember, bike is all in one base. No, Steel Talons do not get sniper drops. So there's no sniper teams for Steel Talons. 150 people watching. That's quite a bit. I'm not sure where BikeRush is. Maybe he started his own game. He will need to rejoin this game. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Futurama, I don't think he needs to play Nod Mirrors. I wouldn't want to play a Nod Mirror versus BikeRush either. Just have a look and see where Bike's going. Where is Bike? Oh, it is going to be Futurama's pick. So for the first time in the series, we're up to game 5. He's going to be able to make a map pick. Let's see what he settles on. Oh, battle base. Are we going to see some battle base? We haven't seen much of this map. I think only 2 games so far. Master Leaf is not the OG Steel Talons player. Master Leaf is the CNN of Kane's Wrath. He's fake news. Yeah, we're going to play Battle Base in a Blackhand mirror. Again, a lot of people are saying Future shouldn't take him on in any type of Nod mirror. And I think he's actually going to switch Steel Talons. Yeah, Reaper 17 is technically Reaper 17 is the only undefeated faction in the tournament. No one has picked Reaper 17. Yeah, this is what, match 13 in the tournament? No, it's match 14. I think it's match 14, and we're up to like almost. I think we're just about to surpass 100 individual games in the tournament. So it's really cranking. So Futurama has decided to switch Steel Talons, which I like. Why not? Like, he's playing Blackhand. He shut down BikeRush's Blackhand. So BikeRush will be starting on the south side of Battle Base Beaverton. Maybe wasn't expecting Futurama to pick this map. Futurama will be Steel Talons in the top. Again, the map itself has not been that popular. Only 2 picks so far. This is the 3rd pick for this map. So I chucked this one in here just because I felt, you want one of those more, I guess it's not an obscure map, but more like of a deathmatch type map. But at the same time, I like this one because I think it's pretty well balanced in terms of a 2 field map. It's hard to pull off the 2 field maps, and this map does it quite well. Got those 2 blue fields on the high ground, which definitely come in handy. Got these corridors. The map has been reskinned as well. Like, they put more detail on it, or they changed the way it looks. So it has actually been revamped since its original version. If you watch older streams, you'll notice it will look completely different. The layout's still exactly the same, so it plays exactly the same. I guess they just decided to reskin it for some reason. Yeah. The thing about Master Leaf's fan base is that they'll believe anything he says, even though it's super duper outrageous and clearly not true. But when faced with reality, Master Leaf's fan base completely collapses in a heap. I mean, obviously they're not all like that. That's just what I find, right? Because Master Leaf can say anything, and he just says it with confidence, and then people just believe. He says something, like, don't get me wrong, he says some good things, like, obviously got some good strategies, but he also talks a lot of crap. He talks a lot of crap, and there's a lot of things that he says that realistically are not true. But anyway, I'll stop bashing Master Leaf because he's not here to defend himself. No, I'm not the Fox News of Kane's Wrath. That's not correct at all. I don't really. I mean, I haven't done Frontline for quite some time. I don't really force that type of thing onto people. I guess Master Leaf doesn't do it either. We're talking politics, yeah. No politics. Let's just play games. Almost called him Master Leaf. Futurama is just going for a standard expansion. BikeRush is going to do the same. He actually goes for a Hand of Nod. He actually hasn't moved his MCV very far. This could be a shrine. Futurama is going to need to identify if this is going to be an infantry push of some type. BikeRush, this is going to be interesting to see what this structure is, right? Because if it is if it's a shrine, Futurama needs to know about it, like, right now. He's got a Pitbull coming out, so hopefully he can get a scout off. It is going to be a shrine, so Futurama has no idea about this just yet. He's got no vision. BikeRush is building a couple of units to hopefully stop the scout. The scout is going to come in now. The scout will actually be able to destroy. He's going to see the MCV. That's enough, right? Like, he's going to be like, whoa, your MCV's only just moving now. He might think it's a double war factory, especially with the bikes there. I think if he keeps building Pitbulls, I think he thinks it's a double war factory, right? Which it's actually, it's not a double war factory, but there's not a lot of infantry either. Trying to get to that structure, that would be nice if he could get it. He's going to get it. That's good. Now, Futurama has a ref down. He's actually ahead economically by a lot because BikeRush hasn't even started a refinery. He's gone for another Hand of Nod, right? I really wanted this to be a comm center. If this is a comm center from Futurama, it's going to be looking pretty good. He's going to get that Raider buggy. That's a nice pick-off. BikeRush doesn't get the scout. Oh, he's building Wolverines. He must suspect something. Surely that was a power plant. Is this going to be a command post? It is a command post. It's going to come down. AP ammo is not going to be done in time, but there's not that much infantry there. BikeRush does edge out at maybe a dozen squads. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, about 12 rocket squads, couple of cabals. It's hot. He's already putting the tower wall down. He's putting everything he's got into it. That harvester, surely the pit bulls will be able to save that. He's taking some damage. He's got a couple of towers here already. He's going to have to do it without AP ammo. Might want to sell the towers before they go down. Does lose that one. There's a Wolverine shooting at the infantry in the back. Oh, BikeRush needs to either force move or return fire, and unfortunately take some pretty critical damage on the way out there. So Futurama will hold. AP ammo halfway done, and there's just not enough infantry here now to push. If he waited for the rest of his infantry, he could have pushed. But he tried to go sooner rather than later, and you can't blame BikeRush. He's trying to get in before AP ammo. There was just a bit too much stuff there when he rocked up. Like, Futurama just had just enough time to do something about that, and now he's having to put rocket squads out. He may be afraid of the Titan Crush. Kane for Kane's Wrath stayed for GZ versus Leaf Beef. Yeah. I mean, that's the main reason why people watch the channel. AP ammo is done. He has a few rifleman squads. He could send them forward to draw fire. He knows they're there, right? And he's going to attack them on the bridge. These forces are going to be destroyed. Maybe he loses a Wolverine. I think, yeah, he's going to lose one Wolverine for that. Oh my god, maybe a second. Yeah, second Wolverine, but all the infantry is destroyed. He killed everything on the bridge. Is he going to go forward and take out the spikes? He's just going to move across the bridge. He's got more harvesters. Unfortunately, that harvester, yeah, he spins that around. Quick smart. He's been getting his blue tib. BikeRush, though, has also been getting his blue Tiberium. Is he going to go for the spike? He's going to kill that rocket squad for sure. Yeah, it's just an easy kill. Cabal's in there. More Wolverines on the field. And this is the thing, Wolverines, I've said this before, I'll say it again. There's a very fine line between Wolverines dominating and Wolverines getting dominated. So you need to know when to engage and when to get out. Thankfully, Wolverines aren't terribly slow. They're not too bad, I guess, in the whole speed thing. Both sides going to take out one of their spikes. He's going to find that bike or something goes down there. What's BikeRush doing? He's trying to get up to his tech. I think he's going for tier 3, maybe. He's going to get de-garrisoned. He doesn't have that much here. I mean, there's some bikes, but I mean, against a lot of Wolverines, they'll actually be destroyed. They can try and kite. He's going to move across through the middle of the map. Look at that. He's just actually going through and clearing out all the garrisons. He's trying to clear out BikeRush. He's got a couple of Wolverines over here. A tower is going to come down to support. And this is the thing. BikeRush is sending out a lot of hit squads of infantry, but it's just not enough to overrun the defensive forces of Futurama. And he's actually getting some quite good trades. You know, some of these trades are turning out, they're starting to add up, right? Oh man, he might lose a harvester there. Just gets the harvester away. He is going to try to garrison the structure, but the structure does not have a huge amount of health remaining. And as soon as it falls, the Wolverines are going to rip that infantry to shreds. There's way too many Wolverines there. And Futurama just doing quite well. I'm quite surprised how well the Pit Wolf is, sorry, not Pit Wolf, the Wolf Titan is doing. Normally it's not that great. Here comes the click, right? He's going to get those harvesters. There's a bike attack here. Some peoples are responding. He's going to get the damaged harvester. Surely he's going to get that harvester, or will get that harvester. Futurama does have forces here. Oh my god, he's got orcas. He's got orcas. 3 harvesters are down. 3 harvesters dead. He strikes BikeRush back, but BikeRush is just so many harvesters just coming in there now. What's happening over here? He's actually oh my god. Oh, that Spectre shot. Oh my god, that Spectre shot did so much damage, but it's not going to matter. He's going to cancel the upgrade. He's going to get the tier 3. He might want to move from this position because that Spectre artillery was just putting shots in the middle. Futurama obviously not realizing it. Gonna lose those forces there these times. It's all heating up right now. A lot is happening. Futurama has already replaced the refinery. He's only got bikes here, and this harvester is probably dead. He's going to get to the war factory. Is it an avatar? No, it's not. Sorry, it should have been a purifier. Marv is out. The Marv is out. He's going to move through, and I think maybe he just goes for the harvester. Yeah, he's going to go for the harvester. Oh, he could get the crush off. He's going to go for the crush. He gets the crush. That's another harvester kill there, and this is all important. These Titans aren't going to be able to do too much else there. I think they're just going to sit here and get killed. I think Futurama does not care too much about them right now. Single grenade, rifleman squad, double engineer in the Marv. That's a very powerful anti-infantry Marv. War factory comes down. There's just not enough infantry here, right? There's not enough infantry. That tower placement is fantastic. He's got 2 war factories. He's double dropping these turrets. He's got 2 war factories. I mean, he doesn't even need that many turrets because the Marv is just going to shred the infantry when it gets here. And I think he needs to put repairs on the war factory because Bike's targeting it, right? This is obviously for behemoths. The Marv is here, and the Marv has a grenadier squad. The Marv has a rifle squad. I mean, there's so many towers as well. He's actually making this push happen. There's a big group of infantry coming from the left left flank. He might have to do something about that. But the Spectres, he's going to overrun the Spectres. There's a Behemoth fight against both the Spectres, and they can't be replaced, right? BikeRush doesn't have any more. The Orcas are coming back. I'm not sure if they've been getting more Harvesters or what. They need to get out of there. The Marv, there's a little bit too much infantry, although most of this is Cabals. Oh, those bikes get smashed. Oh my god, that Sonic Cannon doing so much damage. And the thing is, you can't chase a grenade Marv because the grenades are going to splash down the infantry, which is what they're doing. This flank isn't doing too badly. I mean, you got the War Factory, that one Behemoth is still alive, but this is going to be defeated. Big EMP blast, but guess what? He missed the MCV, which means he can actually just tower drop. He continued to tower drop over here. He needs to get rid of some of these infantry forces. The Marv will ultimately power back up. That's not, yeah, he just couldn't capitalize on it. He knocked the Marv out for a moment, but it's not going to be long enough. He's going to building block his way to victory. Yeah, he's just going to put these towers down. He's going to put these power plants down. Futurama is stalling a little bit, building Wolverines. I think he should just go all in on the double tower drop right now. Big, oh my god, that Orca Strike did so much damage. The Marv can do a lot of damage as well. I think, yeah, I don't think he should be building combat units here. I think he should just keep dropping towers because he's got so much building here, so much build potential here that the Wolverine's probably going to get overrun, although that one is not being targeted. The Marv is not being targeted either. The Orcas are taking out the, actually he lost a Harvester, but the Orcas took out the bikes there. He might get the MCV, but I mean, how much, oh yeah, she got the Husk. Oh my god, he's got a veteran Marv. That's not good. He might lose the MCV, but I don't think it's going to matter. Orcas attacking infantry, that's something you don't see every day. Ultimately, the Marv is going to back off, but I mean, Futurama did so much damage, and look at the map. Futurama has more TIB on his field. BikeRush exhausted his TIB field. Did he sell his oh my god, he sold his MCV, he's all in. This is a thing, BikeRush has not been as cost effective as Futurama. Futurama's been very cost effective, and he has an MCV. He's going to move to BikeRush's main, right? He's just going to move down there. He's still got Orcas to strike the enemy. He doesn't have, I mean, it's one spike apiece. BikeRush holds the EMP spike, which could be actually critical, right? If he can EMP this army. But a veteran Marv, that's just extra firepower. That's extra bloody damage. It's not good. 2 Orcas here. These Orcas could just go in and take out that Harvester, and then Futurama would be free. And there's actually quite a bit, not quite a bit, but enough blue TIB there to warrant an expansion. He's actually moving his MCV to BikeRush's base. I don't know about this. Like, BikeRush does have not that much infantry, I guess. I mean, what is, even overrunning this base, what do you get for it? There's just not much there, right? He's going to try to build up his Wolverines. It's going to come down to when this EMP spike is done. Yeah, it's going to be done by the time this next strike comes. He's going to send in the Orca Strike just so you can see how much infantry is there. Look, he even just randomly targeted a random area. A few infantry squads. Yeah, look, he was trying to get the blue Tiberium, but he has to clean up the infantry first. And there's a Hammerhead. This is the first time I've seen a Hammerhead in this series. Infantry over there getting cleaned up as well. He will clean up the infantry, and now Futurama is free to take the blue Tiberium. BikeRush has a little bit of economy here that will fuel him a little bit, but he's just in such a bad spot, right? And there's 2 war factories. He's going 2 war. He's going to attack. Look, the EMP is almost certainly done, but is it going to matter, right? The forces here from Futurama are pretty well spread out, so an EMP blast will be nice. He'll almost certainly have to go for the Marv. He's actually setting the Harvesters in. He's setting the Harvesters in to draw fire. The Marv will just back up a little bit. But yeah, there's too many Wolverines. Oh my god, BikeRush is going to lose this fight. It's not looking good. He hasn't even used the EMP blast because he can't. It's just, there it is. He gets the Hammerheads. So they are down. The Wolverines are pretty much down as well, but the Marv is going to get away, right? The Marv is going to repower, and when it does, you got to watch out the grenades. The grenades, if he targets the infantry, the grenades will blast down the infantry. Some of those Harvesters actually surviving. Yeah, look at that. The Marv has way too much health though. There's more Wolverines here. He's just going to turn around and go forward. BikeRush has sold every single building on the map, basically. This is his last bastion of hope. He's got nothing to dispatch the Marv now. The Marv is just too powerful. It's going to have those grenadiers. It's got the Rifleman squad. He's going to move through. Futurama has taken game number 5. Oh my god, we're looking at a 4-1, ladies and gentlemen. This is irrecoverable. This is going to be irrecoverable. I think Futurama has done it. I think Futurama has done it, ladies and gentlemen. It would take, I mean, yeah, BikeRush can kind of make a comeback, I think, but I mean, oh wow, that was just, again, another fantastic play by Futurama. I did like the EMP spike usage from BikeRush, but unfortunately, it just was not enough, right? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to take out the Marv. And again, I think it was a good idea putting the Grenader squad and putting the Rifleman squad in the Marv, because if he put railguns in there, they would have been useless, because the Marv, 99% of the targets he shot at was infantry, right? And having those grenades to splash down, we saw the veterancy rank on the Marv. Yeah, just getting out of control. The double tower dropping. BikeRush actually did a good job to break that and get the MCV, but I think the price he paid was just a little bit too high at the end of the day, and it was enough for Futurama to move through and win that game. And now Futurama again, oh, he's got to be feeling good, right? He's got to be feeling good. BikeRush, I don't think BikeRush has an answer for this. And again, I don't agree with Futurama trying to face the Nod mirror in that last game, the game before on Dust Bowl, because if he plays Scrin or he plays Steel Talons, you know, that's going to make it happen. Oops, I'm going to join the wrong game. It's match point, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is not something we saw coming. Like, there's no benefit for BikeRush to not play well in this. In this, if BikeRush loses here, he's going to be he's not going to be out. But yeah, he's going to switch Nod. Yeah, Master's like, oh well, might be his son Archie playing. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's fix the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on Tournament Odyssey. It could all end here for this man. BikeRushOwnz playing as Blackhand. He's sticking with Blackhand. He's desperate. Like, he hasn't moved from Blackhand for a while because he's like, crap, you know, I need to win games. I need to win games. And he's not winning with Blackhand, right? He's not winning. Futurama, this man here, he's played 4 fantastic games and 1 questionable game. But the thing is, again, it's not that BikeRush is playing bad. BikeRush is doing the BikeRush things, right? But he's just getting outplayed. Yeah, he's switched Vanilla Nod now. So we have Vanilla Nod for BikeRushOwnz. He's against Steel Talon. Now, this map here is a lot larger and a lot more open. Can Steel Talons make it happen on this map? I always say that Odyssey has an edge towards the Nod factions, and I stick with that. Look at this. Futurama's got 2 squads and Bike has 2 squads. And if they see each other, Futurama knows he can just take that out. I don't think they quite cross vision. Yeah, I think because BikeRush is planning to scout with this, which is why he's got 2 squads. But obviously he's not going to beat two GDI rifles. It's interesting, though. The GDI rifles actually have lower DPS than the Militant squad, right? So the Militant squad does more damage than the Rifleman squad. And you're like, well, how do they lose in a 1v1? They lose because the Militant squad has 9 members. And those members actually have more health. So it's got more health and more DPS. So you're like, whoa, how does that work? Because the members, because there's 9 of them, the health is spread a bit thinner. And that means the members start dying quicker. And as the members die, the firepower decreases. And as the firepower decreases, the GDI forces start to snowball. So that's why they lose that fight. But yeah, if you're just in an open battle, the Militant squads do have better DPS. He's going to get a full scout off with this Rifleman squad. He's going to dig a foxhole because he doesn't want to be dislodged. He wants to keep an eye on things. He's just going to see harvesters from Bike. Yeah, hasn't moved from Blackhand. We're actually only an hour into this matchup, right? Because we're at game 6. And yeah, I allow 2 hours per series. But we're only about an hour and 5 or an hour and 10 minutes in. And we could be looking at a 5-1. Oh man, this tournament again has been just full of upsets, right? It's been full of, like, you have some, you know, some results that you expect, but yeah, just in general, it's been a real shake-up. Some of the pros obviously aren't as trained as they could be, but they all agreed to be in the tournament. They all have been practicing. This is what they signed up for, and so this is how the tournament rolls. And it's just, I think it's been fantastic, right? Because people have been watching it, and you know, in Kane's Wrath, you get the normal games, and then you get the upsets. But there's been, I think, like double the amount of upsets we would normally expect to see in this game, and that's probably what makes it a fantastic game. Futurama has another foxhole here, so and the thing is, if he sees harvesters, he's just going to be like, all right, I'll just build harvesters too, right? Because Steel Talons, if they have lots of money, their late game units are simply the best. And this is something that's always been the case, right? They've always been the case where Steel Talon's late game, if they have money, is pretty much the best in the business. But the reason why they generally haven't been considered that powerful is because it takes too long to get. Oh, he's going to get. Oh my God, there's 2 engineers. He's going to get both those engineers. That's unfortunate. He's going to see the other one as well because he's going to take the expansion point. That's annoying. That is annoying for Futurama. He's going to have to send a Titan or something. He's going to have to rebuild the barracks. Too busy building a tech center, I think. That's a perfect timing on the scout, by the way. I think he's going to try to get the radar. Oh my God, he gets it. Look at that. Dat range. BikeRush right now hitting his keyboard. Oh my God, dat range. Scorp tank coming out. Yeah, Titans out in the open like this. Bit vulnerable to be overrun, especially by a lot of Scorp tanks. The Scorp tanks can ultimately just move through. We do have a sneaky Titan here that's almost certainly on hold ground, hold fire stance for the Harvester Crush. Yeah, these Titans, if they could fall back to this tower, that would be nice. But the thing is, you've got 5 Titans. They can use the EMP spike as cover, but you can see the tanks are starting to swell. And once the tanks swell, they can just overrun the Titans in the open. They can just move forward and yeah, just take them out. He's going to get the tower. BikeRush going to get the tower. I would like to see Futurama just wait a moment until there is some type of engagement. Yeah, I think his Titans are in a bit of danger of being overrun here. He is keeping BikeRush busy. BikeRush thinking about it. He is going to go straight in. It is on hold. Oh no, it's not on hold fire. He just gave away his position. And look at that, he's going to move. He's going to obviously cause BikeRush to pull his harvesters, which is nice. But yeah. Oh no, he must have been on hold fire, but he must have accidentally ordered an attack or something. I'm not 100% sure. He's going to find infantry. Titan Rocket, that's something we haven't seen in a long time. I used to do Titan Rocket all the time back in the day because it was a very reliable type of thing, but it's not that hard to counter. That's the problem. Another Raider buggy comes in. That could be for the Scout. Hammerhead comes down. AP ammo halfway done. I'll be looking at clicks. Yeah, I think he's almost certainly going for a Tib Chem plant, probably shortly. Eventually he'll get rid of that that buggy. He's got a lot of Titans. A lot of Scorpions though, and he doesn't have the tower, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, does Futurama not realize he's about to be flanked? There's a lot. We have these Scorpion tanks with the Dozer blades. There are a lot of Titans here. There is no tech center, I believe, so we're not looking at railguns anytime soon. He's going to try to get behind the structures, which is the best way to go about it. Might have to pull a Harvester. He's going to pull the Harvester a little bit too late. BikeRush is going to move across the face. Futurama is going to pull more Harvesters. There's another battle going on at the back. I don't think he's going to get another Harvester, actually. No, I think he's going to lose the remainder of his tank force. He's going to try to focus down one more Harvester. Maybe he can get one more Harvester to salvage the situation. He is going to get one more Harvester. Those tanks will be cleaned up. Meanwhile, Futurama cleans up. There's actually nothing standing between him and this base. There's an avatar. But, I mean, that base was cleaned up. Might need to... Oh, yeah, he needs to clean up those Scorp tanks. He's going to get another Harvester. Futurama doesn't realize it. He's going to go for the tech center, but there's already quite a number of avatars out. He might want to just drop the tech center, which he's going to do, and he could just drop the air tower, realistically. He's actually going to go and try to drop the obelisk. Okay, I guess that's something he can do. Maybe drop the air tower just to annoy Bike, because that's a structure that, you know, he probably doesn't want to rebuild, and it's very easy to destroy. He's actually going to get an avatar as well. That's nice. Hammerheads are here. There's nothing much to counter them, except for the SAM turret. Will crush the husk there, but no tech from Bike. Oh, surely he's going to get a crush off on that Harvester. Surely, no, that Harvester gets away. He needs to start moving the Titans. You always want to start doing the chicken dance once you're in the field, just to move around and start crushing. I don't think he's going to get anything else. There was a veteran Titan there, which is nice. Kills a few Raider buggies, kills a few tanks. There's 2 avatars here. Air tower is sold off. So Futurama just being annoying, right? He's going to walk into that tower, though. That's going to be the end of it. BikeRush does not quite have an expansion. He is at the expansion. Futurama just moving now. He was able to clean up. He's got 6 Harvesters there. He's got a couple more Harvesters there. He's got Mammoth tanks coming out, which means that I think, yeah, Railguns is on its way. He needs to be careful though, right? Because there are Venoms. He needs something to get rid of or dispatch the Venoms. Oh, he's actually going to try to focus down this really damaged Harvester with the Venoms. He's going to get it too. But aside from that, they're not going to be able to do too much else. The Venoms could just take out the Hammerheads. That would be a good pick, right? He's going to move them away. Maybe he wants to see the expansion. He's going to turn around and come back. Futurama, is he going to move those Hammerheads? No, that's unfortunate, losing 2 Hammerheads. He is going to put down the turret. He could have moved those back and put a turret at the airfield. Unfortunately, he's actually going to draw them away from the turret. So that's going to be the end of that. Another veteran Venom there. Veteran Venom. Bike not in this series mentally right now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, BikeRush has been having real trouble There's actually another veteran Titan here. To get a veteran Titan, that must have done a lot of damage, right? This is the concern. Oh my god, there's a random mammoth tank here. He doesn't have railguns. Surely it's almost... He's having trouble with his economy right now. What's happening up there? That venom will be destroyed. Pulling these two venoms down here. I guess maybe he's waiting to get the railguns. If he gets railguns, can he take out those two avatars? Maybe. There's another mammoth tank over here pushing the Scorp. The Scorp's definitely can't... There we go. Railguns is done. Yeah, Bike has to give up because actually, yeah, both of those are pretty badly damaged. That mammoth tank could actually defeat both those avatars. I don't think he can beat both those avatars. I don't think those avatars can actually beat that mammoth tank now. The problem is the mammoth is trapped, so he needs to really move it in. And this is the thing what Steel Talons players are doing. They're just moving out these random mammoth tanks because it's like, hey, you're not expecting this. There's a random mammoth tank here, and these Scorp tanks have got no hope in defeating those two mammoth tanks, by the way. Obelisk comes down, the mammoth tank will back up again, but I mean, this base is going to get overrun, right? These mammoths can just pop these tanks so easily. He's got adaptive armor, he's got RGA as well, something that people do overlook quite a bit. RGA, very powerful. I think he's finally cleaned up that mammoth tank. Yeah, it looks like he's finally cleaned up, but BikeRush has a lot of economy down there. This is now Futurama's time to get his own economy, but we see some stealth tanks. This could be the deciding factor. Oh my god, if they get all of those harvesters. There's actually nothing here from Futurama. This could devastate his economy right now. The stealth tanks are going to come in. There's no tib core, which is the only saving grace for Futurama. There's actually 3 stealth tanks there now. Oh, those harvesters are going to overlap. He's just got nothing here to deal with this right now. He's going to be losing harvesters. There's another mammoth tank over there. These mammoth tanks are idle right now because Futurama is trying to deal with the threat. There's harvesters. This is what we saw BikeRush doing to Futurama before, just ravaging his economy. But this time, BikeRush is doing it, and he's going to run over the rocket squad. Oh, that's annoying. He's going to get another harvest. There is a pitbull there. He finally takes out one of the tanks. Meanwhile, these mammoths are going to start to move forward. He's going to get surely a second tank, but I mean, the damage is done, right? The damage is done. There's one stealth tank remaining. All the harvesters are gone. Oh my god, he's going to get the tech center again. He could have just used the RGA and boosted that out. These mammoths are annoying. Boy, they're going to be annoying. There's actually quite a number of avatars here. He's going to have to fall back, I think. Yeah, if I was Futurama, maybe time to get those guys out of there. Yeah, he will back up. It's going to be hard to chase because the avatars can't shoot and move very well. He might be able to get that one mammoth tank. Yeah, it's in heavy damage mode now. But, I mean, BikeRush, this is the thing. Chasing mammoth tanks with avatars. Yeah, he's going to get that one, and I think maybe he's going to back out. Venoms are there. What's happening over there? He's going to call it an Orca Strike, maybe. But this thing, BikeRush is getting plenty of economy here. Plenty of economy is coming down. Yeah, if Futurama hadn't... He's just lost so many harvesters, right? He's pulling harvesters from elsewhere, but he's only got 3 harvesters. Oh my god, 4th... He's just so badly damaged right now. Yes, he's got a bit of... It's actually another stealth tank coming back. The pitbulls should be able to clean it up. He's going to get another harvester, though. Is he? He doesn't quite get it. That's important. Every harvester is important right now. So, can a Futurama get back into the game? He needs time. It depends how much time BikeRush gives him, right? It depends how much time he gives. Actually, a mammoth tank there might be able to get that venom. Yeah, we'll get the venom. Yeah, it's going to come down to how much time BikeRush gives Futurama. Because BikeRush, yes, he has quite a bit of avatars, but they're in his base. And I guess he probably doesn't want to send them out without some type of cover. Oh my god, is this mine drop going to hit? Sort of, not quite. Gets a harvester kill somehow. He sees, oh, he's got some pitbulls here. It's going to back up. Yeah, that's the thing. He's going for Vertigo Bombers. Vertigos we saw before aren't that crash hot versus mammoth tanks. Would like to see maybe the... Actually, he's probably going to go for them to get the harvesters. There's a stealth tank coming back out as well. Surely, yeah, there's 2 pitbulls here. Click will come down. Gets a harvester and a refinery. And there's a Vertigo Bomber there. The pitbulls are actually destroyed by the Vertigo Bomber. And there's a stealth tank somewhere around here as well. We saw... I'm not sure where that stealth tank went. Bike is going to lose his spike, so that is some consolidation. Yeah, look at that. There's a stealth thing here. I'm not sure why Futurama is moving the MCV. Like, surely, what's he going to do with that? One pitbull is still alive, but, I mean, it's not going to be enough to take out this stealth tank. The stealth tank could just turn around and kill the pitbull, but he's just going to kill the harvesters. Like, Futurama's just taken so much economic damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he just taps out. Actually lost the pitbull as well. This rifleman squad might be able to finish off the stealth tank. It is going to finish off the stealth tank straight to elite. But I mean, BikeRush is now going for infantry. He's like, okay, let's spam out the infantry force. Let's go win the game. I mean, even if he moves in with these forces, can he really defeat? Actually, he's got quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, he's just going to go for it. Wow, all of a sudden he just pulls out quite a lot of units. There's the Vertigo Bombers. They will drop. They will get 2 of the Mammoth tanks there. They were already badly damaged. I don't believe he has access to RGA. He might have sold his tech center. Yeah, there's just going to be way too many avatars here, and it's just not going to happen. Futurama has been defeated, but yeah, that was unfortunate because he was in such a good position, right? Up until he lost all those harvesters. If he didn't lose all those harvesters, hands down, he would have won that game because he would have been so far ahead. Like, this is where he lost. This is where he lost the harvesters, and he was winning the game at this point here. And then it's just like, and then he lost from there. Yeah, look at that. I mean, he only ended up 10 grand behind. Oh no, sorry, that's actually a lot. That's like 30 grand. Yeah, it's almost 30 grand behind Bike, but that's unfortunate. Nonetheless, he didn't have to win that game. But yeah, that was almost a 5-1, ladies and gentlemen. If he hadn't have got that economic harass off at the end, he would have been done. Yeah. I don't think Futurama threw that. I just think that he just didn't have any. He didn't have any defense at all. He played on a paper-thin defense, and he paid the price for it. Right, those 3 stealth tanks came in, and they just destroyed. And they just had no response. Nothing was there. And yeah, it was a good play by Bike. You know. That one play, I think there's no doubt that that won the game. Yeah, it is. Because he lost like 8 harvesters. Like, it was game-ending damage. Futurama didn't quit because he's like, well, I have some forces, maybe I can recover, which is what you want to do, right, in a game like this. But still, it was a big ask, and it was going to be too big, yeah. If he had like a couple of pitbulls there, that's all it would have taken to defeat the stealth tanks, right? Because even if the pitbulls were killed, they would have stalled long enough for some towers to come down and for him to actually do some damage. Is BikeRush going to go Steel Talon's Mirror? Apparently Steel Talon's Mirror. Yeah, Futurama switches Scrin. Okay. I see what BikeRush does in response to that. Is he going to stay with Steel Talons? I guess maybe BikeRush is frustrated, thinking that maybe Steel Talons is more powerful than he thinks it is. Yeah, a Guardian Cannon. Well, that's right, a Guardian Cannon would have been nice, but I don't think it had a barracks until like the end there. Because a Guardian Cannon, you can use the RGA on the Guardian Cannon, and then it will just destroy everything. Or it'll destroy those stealth things. Pretty quick, smart. So Futurama's going to go back to Scrin. Let's just update the scoreboard. BikeRush trying to make the scoreboard more respectable. But obviously he's in it to win it. But starting on the east side, playing as the Scrin Vanilla, it is Futurama. He hasn't dropped a game as Scrin yet. Meanwhile, on the west side, it is BikeRushOwnz still on match point. The pressure is still on. We do find that BikeRush plays very good from this position, because we have seen quite a number of games where he ends up getting match pointed and then just wins like 3 or 4 games in a row and wins the series. So BikeRush is not against reverse sweeping. It's not going to be a full reverse sweep because he did win game 4. So yeah, it's not going to be a complete reverse sweep, but it will be a very good comeback if he's able to bring it all the way back to the end. Going to clear that scout up, but I mean, realistically, Futurama has seen everything he needs to see, especially with that War Factory placement. He would have seen the War Factory and he'd be like, all right, cool. There is no airfield coming. He's going to be fine. It is harder to airfield rush a Scrin just because their gunwalkers are really good. Gunwalkers are really good at infantry, really good at killing air, and they're really tanky. They're just a really good unit to counter. Futurama also going to be doing a number on the scouts. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this game. What are the strategies going to be? I do not know. Second ref comes down for BikeRush. Going to micro those harvesters as well. Look at that, splitting them between the refineries. Futurama slightly behind. And he does this as well, I think, because does he get the 4th harvester out sooner? He's not going to get the 4th harvester out sooner, that's for sure. I mean, it's basically on par. You got to remember though, docking harvesters will bring you more eco faster. So it's better to get them out quicker. Buzzer Swarm just going to back off. I like the fact that he kept his scouts alive. BikeRush just standing on the Tiberium field. Ultimately, he's actually going to lose this whole squad unless he moves it. He's got another squad up the top there. But yeah, he's actually going to lose a whole squad in the Tiberium field. He's going to try to move them. No. He's just attacking harvests. I guess he doesn't really care that much. I think he's on a little bit of land right in the middle. But yeah, he's going to be destroyed now that Seeker Tank comes out. MRTs are coming out. And look at this. He's going to see the MRT. He's actually camping. Oh my god, that's annoying. He's camping the barrack so he can't put rockets in. He has to put the Rifleman squad in first. Oh, this is going to be annoying. He's going to sit. He has to. This is just delaying him so much. Oh my god. The MRT can't get around. Futurama should just play Ring Around the Rosie right now. Unfortunately, not going to happen. He is going to clean it up, but this, again, this delays any type of MRT push, and that's important, right? If your MRT push comes 10 seconds later, that's just more units the enemy has to deal with it. A draft comes down. Maybe there was a buzzer swarm there I didn't see. Maybe he thinks there's something in the corner. I do not know. Ref is down. He's actually got the ref down faster than BikeRush, because BikeRush obviously is going for some units. Quite a number of MRTs coming out. A lot of people have been doing MRTs. Probably not this many, but I think BikeRush is trying to go, alright, cool, people were doing MRTs at the start. They seem pretty good. Maybe I'm going to do MRTs. The Seeker Tank will spot these MRTs. And he's gonna give chase, but the Seeker will be destroyed, but not before he gets a bit of a scout off. He won't get into the expansion, but he gets into the main. The main doesn't really tell you that much at this stage of the game, though. You sort of want to see the expansion. Gonna force this Harvester back, though. That's nice. I don't think he's going to get the Harvester. The Gunwalkers are here, yeah. It's better to just sacrifice the Gunwalker. He got a little bit of blue tib, but that's not going to be worth it. Was blue tib taken? Oh my god, he took blue tib off the bottom. He was taking blue tib from both fields. That's really greedy. He's going to get a Gunwalker. Nothing serious. More Gunwalkers over there. MRTs are here. I think hopefully he has a Rifleman squad in there, because yeah, otherwise he's going to lose. Oh my god, BikeRush was not paying attention. He needs to mine bomb and mine bomb now. He's going to lose the MRT. He mine bombs the other one, but looks like he's going to back off. And this is the problem. There's now no Rifleman squads, and he can just try to run down the Harvester. The Harvester is faster than the Disintegrator squads. Meanwhile, what's happening over here? Attacking another Harvester. There's a Dev Tank here. That's going to be a problem. Not charged up, which is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe going to have to move that Harvester around. BikeRush decides to back it up, though. Yeah, the Dev Tank does not have any charge on it, which means it's not really powerful enough to break through. He is going to, yeah, force that Harvester back, and now he's going to take out the Spike. So Futurama looking pretty good. He loves this, doesn't he? He just sends these Disintegrator hit squads. I think he's already used the minefield as well. Unfortunately, he forgot about that MRT, and he can probably just destroy the minefield with the infantry. Infantry can detect stealth threat in at point blank range. Wolverine comes in, not enough to save the Spike though. Will clean up. The Disintegrators now evac, realizing there's no reason for them to be there. Attenuated force fields is done. One MRT remains. BikeRush didn't get a lot done with the MRTs. There is a Hammerhead here, which is nice. He's going to get these Disintegrator squads. There's no Gunwalkers here, which means the Disintegrator squads will be ultimately defeated. He splits them up in an attempt to try to delay them being destroyed, which I guess is the best you can do. 2 MRTs, 3 MRTs get... Oh, there's actually a tripod here. Oh my god, that's not good. A storm column on the tech center. Does he think it's going to be Firehawks? I guess maybe he does. Pulls the Harvester as well. Oh my god, this tripod just shuts it down. Harvester goes straight back to refining. MRT's unsuccessful. Yeah, he is. He's going double airfield fire. That's why there's a storm column there. And he's got Gunwalkers. He should just move the Gunwalkers. And I like the fact he's backed it up against the side of the map. That will limit where the Firehawks can go. They will go for the refinery instead. Loses a Firehawk. But, I mean, the thing is, the longer the tech center stays alive, the quicker he gets to... Yeah, he's going to get shard launchers now. Because he couldn't get the tech center, shard launchers is going to be done. He might get a Harvester. And once shard launchers is down, these plasma missile batteries will be really, extremely difficult to get rid of, and he's already got a couple down to protect the majority of his base. He will get a Harvester. There's 2 tripods here. I don't think BikeRush realizes yet. If the tripods were on a move order, they could have closed and got another one. But double airfield's very heavy. Obviously, he wants to try to go in. He's going to Stratofighter in. Where are they going to go? Where did he go? Okay, he's over here. Is he going to go for it? How does he not have shard launchers? He went for attenuated force fields first. He's going to get... Oh my god. He got everything. He got everything. He needs to kill some Firehawks here. He needs one more. He's going to get one more, but that was expensive. He got the tier 3. I don't know why Futurama would make such a critical error to put his warp chasm directly next to his tech center. Now the hexapod is like 20 million years away. He's going to send these guys out, but I mean, he needs to watch out for hammerheads. Yeah, I mean, he's going for mammoth tanks with railguns, and he's already got 3 mammoths out, and this is the thing, right? He's going to go for the mammoth tanks, and the mammoth tanks in numbers will beat the tripods and numbers. He's going to lift the MRTs up. He's going to have to phase out these units, right? They're not going to be able to do that much. I guess he's been camping the top field and maybe getting that as well. Firehawk's coming in. He gets the tier 2. He's going to lose more fire. I don't know why he didn't get shard launches first. Like, he should have got shard launches first, right? Oh my god, he's got more Firehawks. So quite a number of Firehawks are being shot down by static AA, but I guess BikeRush decides it's worth the trade. And this is the thing. He's got 4 upgraded mammoths. Excuse me. He hasn't got adaptive armor. Now, that could be critical because if he gets stasis, that means he can get his tanks EMP'd. I think BikeRush has completely overlooked the fact that he can get that. Some people never get adaptive armor. They're like, I'm not wasting money on that. But, I mean, it actually is extremely powerful, and you want to get it, and it's cheap to build. Look at this. He's going to move the MCV. This is risky, right? He's going to go for shock troopers. I guess that's going to be really good against what Bike has, right? That mammoth tank, unfortunately, needs to back off. The tripods can outrange them. What happened there? Firehawks, another Firehawk is destroyed. I think he got a warp sphere. Yeah, so there's no warp sphere now. He actually needs to put a gravity stabilizer down. I would like to see him put a gravity stabilizer down. And he's going to have stasis. He stasises the MCV. There's actually... BikeRush sort of stopped at these 4 tanks, didn't he? And the thing is, there's no anti-infantry, which means his shock troopers are actually going to be able to do work. Another one, he uses the RGA. RGA is being used, but is it going to be enough? I don't think it's going to be enough. The 3rd mammoth will fall. And you know what? There's just not enough anti-infantry. There's some Wolverines up the back, but as soon as the tanks are gone... Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, this could be it. This could be Futurama breaking the back of BikeRushOwnz. The Wolverines are now dead. They're completely dead. He can actually destroy the MCV. He should just go for that Wolverine. He's going to try to go around... Yeah, he's just going to go for the MCV now. It's like, alright, screw it, I'm just going to go for the MCV. He might just want to, kill some of those units. More Wolverines are coming, but I don't think it's going to matter. He's EMP'd down the construction yard. He's probably just going to re-EMP it again. He re-EMPs it again. A barracks will come down. Oh my god, the desperation Firehawks. Like I said, when you're bombing units with Firehawks, that's desperation times. He gets the barracks. He needs to get the husks. Yes, he's going to clean the husks. He's going to get, I think, the gunwalkers need to start shooting. There's actually a lot of Firehawks here. And these Firehawks, they have hard points. They have hard points and Stratifighter. He's calling in Bloodhounds. Oh my god, he might lose the Bloodhounds. That was really dangerous. BikeRush, I'm not sure what he was doing with that. I guess he felt that maybe Futurama was retreating. All the Bloodhounds, only 1 lands. And that's the thing, the MCV is moving forward. This is crazy. He's going to move this down here. And I think maybe he's just going to go for a plasma missile battery. And he's just going to use shock troopers to push his way to victory. All the aircraft is gone. Oh my god, actually no. Hang on a second. This might have been a huge mistake because the MCV takes massive damage. He cannot afford to take another one of those hits. He's going to get the Titans with the dev tanks. I think the dev tanks have way too much power here. Yeah, he needs to charge that one up. Doesn't quite get the charge off. He's trying to charge, but he's not quite doing it. Yeah, he keeps trying to reorganize this. He needs to put a portal down, and he needs to get an assimilator in there. As soon as his Firehawks come back, which they're coming back right now, he might have to take off. He takes off, and I don't think BikeRush, I think he has bombs loaded, right? He does. He's got bombs loaded. Oh, he's going to lose more of these Firehawks. He's going to pay for it with the warp sphere, but it doesn't matter. Assimilator's out. He's going to get the repairs off. This is fine. There's 2 plasma missile batteries there, and I think he holds. Meanwhile, he's trying to get blue tip. There's a single, what should we call it, hammerhead here, but realistically, with the dev tanks, BikeRush sold his tech center. He's only got 3 Firehawks left. Oh, he's in real danger of just being overrun here. He doesn't have an MCV either, which means he's just going to go back for shock troopers because it's like, hey, he's probably just going to build hammerheads, but I mean, the plasma missile batteries are here. Yeah, I think he should just go gunwalkers from here. He's going to long-range mine all of his harvesters to the center field, and he's just going to move forward here. He's got the Firehawks, but I mean, he's just going to lose another one for sure, yeah. And these cannot be replaced. He's only got 2 left. There's 5 dev tanks against just 4 Titans, yeah. He's selling the power plants. He's going to take some hull damage. He could just go forward and snipe that war factory. He obviously doesn't realize that it's only one. Sometimes it doesn't click with players, and that's like all players don't always realize that. He's going to recharge the devs. He doesn't need to. They're already fully charged. Hammerhead comes in. Unfortunately, BikeRush flies over the plasma missile batteries. He's just losing the plot here, and I don't know if he can win from here. He's got a couple of hammerheads, but I mean, realistically, how's he going to defeat this? There's only 5 Titans here. If the dev tanks just target the Titans, he just wins, right? And the harvesters are here to draw fire. The harvester's here to draw fire. Will he fall for it though? He needs to target he's going to target the Titans. Yeah, he's not going to fall for it. The harvesters are being ignored. There's a plasma missile battery there. He's going to be able to destroy the remainder of the Titans. I don't think he's going to be able to get rid of all the dev tanks. There's quite a few there. He's doing a pretty good job though. There's actually only 2 dev tanks left. He's going to get down to the last Titan, but it is a veteran Titan. Oh my god, there's actually rifleman squads inside the harvester. Has Futurama flatlined? And so the harvester's just idle here. I guess he's waiting for a refinery, but he had to cancel it. Oh my god, BikeRush actually pushes through here, but I mean, to what avail? He's going to take all this Tiberium, he's going to fuel himself, he sells up everything, he sells the airfields, his air power is destroyed. He does have this veteran Titan. I mean, what can he possibly do? Yeah, putting him down plasma missile batteries, not plasma missile, sorry, photon cannons, and I bet he wish he had shard launchers now. Going for disintegrators. These MRTs, though, are just a problem, right? I mean, they can repair the Titans. They can repair it. He's got 2 photon cannons, so he's got an elite rifle inside that harvester. He might just have to go for the harvester. Can't quite see what's going on here. This harvester, he's going to get a heroic squad inside that harvester. He's going to get a heroic squad inside the harvester. I think he should. He's going to get a heroic Titan. Oh my god. If he gets heroic Titan, there's 2 dev tanks here. I think BikeRush might have to pull back with those dev tanks. This is just crazy. What is happening right now? BikeRush trying to attack the drone platform. He might have to put down a gravity stabilizer. Futurama needs to be attacking him while he's attacking the drone ship, right? Because it's free shots. He could be getting free shots off on these units. He's going to start attacking the MRT. He's going to start attacking the Titan. He's just going to go for the Titan. Is he going to get the Titan? He needs to get the Titan. Oh my god, he gets the Titan. He gets the Titan. There's a heroic rifleman squad, so we're going to see no heroic Titan. The dev tanks are going to back off, but I mean, that harvester has a heroic rifleman squad in it. Oh man, he has to back up. Is he going to stasis? I think, oh man, he was trying to maybe stasis, but he's going to lose the drone ship. He's now going to lose his drone ship. He's got a heroic rifleman squad inside the harvester. He needs to cut these harvesters off. He's got 3 dev tanks. Yeah, he can start taking those guys. He hasn't charged one of the dev tanks, unfortunately. He needs to be careful. I don't think Futurama doesn't quite have enough here, does he? He's spreading his damage a little bit too thin. He's trying to save the drone platform. I don't think it's a good idea. He lost another Titan, but he killed the dev tanks. Oh my god, is Futurama going to lose his drone platform? He is going to lose his drone platform. What has he got? He's got 2 warp spheres. Oh, he's actually got economy here that he can use. He needs to back off. He's got 2 more dev tanks. Oh my god, this is long-range mining from BikeRush. He's got enough harvesters for it. He's got Tib here that he can harvest. There's nothing here. He's sold up. He's basically all in. Both sides are now all in. Blue Tib, there was nothing, no real blue Tib there. Oh my god, this is getting intense. This is getting intense. He's got that heroic rifleman squad inside the heavy harvester. I mean, realistically, all he... Oh no. Charge your dev tanks up. He's got 6 devs. That's enough to smash this force. He's actually going to move forward to the Tib on the middle, and this is going to be a mistake. He needs to charge his dev tanks somehow. I mean, he's actually got so many dev tanks, he can probably just move in realistically, but it's not going to be as... Oh god, I just don't know about this. BikeRush will be able to see they're not charged as well. He can actually see they're not charged. Maybe he's going to force him to not get to the Tib field. No, he's going to back off. I think he realizes there's a few too many there. He needs to charge these right now. He is going to charge them. I'm much more happy with it. He actually got an MCV out. He could go for an airfield right now and maybe just go Orcas or something like that, because, I mean, yes, that would force out the Gunwalkers, but still. Yeah, he's building Gunwalkers now, I guess. And Futurama's got harvesters piling up for days over there, so he's got income. He's long-range mining. He's taken a huge portion of that. Maybe go to the blue Tib field over that side. Oh my god, it's intense right now. BikeRush fueling himself on this regrown Tib. This is nuts. This is nuts. Yeah, moving the drone platform forward was a little bit weird. He's going to force a discharge here, but it doesn't matter because he can just recharge on the Tib field. And, I mean, the thing is, he cannot rebuild. He doesn't have a gravity stabilizer, so Futurama, he's only on War Factory tech. I don't think he has a portal, does he? What's he got at his disposal? He doesn't have the stasis, unfortunately. Yeah, here we go. Orcas are being built, but I mean, the Gunwalkers are out. As long as the Gunwalkers stay back, he should be okay. He's got a lot of dev tanks. I think at this point, he needs to stop building dev tanks because he's got a critical mass of dev tanks. These dev tanks will smash anything that BikeRush has. BikeRush only has 1 war factory, sorry, 1 airfield. But still, like, he's got so many dev tanks. He's got like 15 dev tanks. I would like to see Gunwalkers right now. Like, surely he's going to see the Orcas. As soon as he sees the Orcas, he should be building Gunwalkers. Thankfully, there's 2 Gunwalkers here. He only loses 1. Yeah, I think he's going to have to... I think this is the cue, right? He knows an MCV has been built, and Futurama's got so many dev tanks. Oh my god, this is going to be intense. What's going to happen here? I mean, it's going to be a stand-up fight. He's going to put the barracks down. He's going to move the dev tanks across the face, which I really like. The orcas are coming in. Oh my god, it's so tight. So many titans being attacked. So many dev tanks being destroyed. Oh my god, the dev tanks are actually losing out big time. There's nothing to... Oh, the orcas actually have hard points. I did not realize this as well. The orcas have hard points. Oh my god, there's more dev tanks coming in with no charge on them. Oh, that's it. Futurama. Oh my god. That was a bad engage from Futurama. That was a really bad engage. I mean, obviously he felt like he could take it. He was ahead like, oh, BikeRush was effectively defeated in that game, and he somehow pulled it back. Oh, Futurama's not going to be happy with that. He's not going to be happy with how that went. Like, he was so close to winning at the end there. If he still had his stasis, he would have been... I was just crying out for a gravity stabilizer to be placed down, right? I was crying out for a gravity stabilizer to be placed down. Yeah, obviously he didn't realize, maybe he thought he'd have like disintegrators or something. I was crying out for a gravity stabilizer. If he put that down, he just would have won the game, right? But like, he had so much time to do it, but I guess Futurama's like, no, I'm just going to keep pushing. So this series really heating up again. What a crazy series as well. Whew. So this one is now going the distance. Yeah, oh man. The engage, like, he put that racks down right as the engage started, so he just blocked off a bunch of his titans, and it just didn't go down well for him, right? Yeah, that was a nuts game. That was a crazy game. I think Futurama's going to be kicking himself that he lost that game at the end. Oh man, and shards, like no shards, like, I guess he didn't really need shards, but it would have been good on the photon cannons, right? Yeah, no crane, no gravity stabilizer. If he just put one of those back, he would have been fine, right? He could have pumped out another drone platform and he would have been fine. But even without that, he got so many dev tanks out. I think he should have just gone around and maybe gone for... He could have even tried to go for a base trade or something like that, but still, I think Futurama's a bit silly losing that game. There was a few moments where he really had the force multiplier, not reverse moving his dev tanks. Sometimes he just did the stand-up fight, where it's like, all right, I'm just going to attack and keep them here. He should have reversed them back and forced BikeRush to chase, because I think it would have been better. He would have been more cost-effective that way. Yeah, Future running out of stamina. Futurama got a lot of the blue tib on both fields. He didn't get the bottom blue tib at the end. That regrew back quite a bit. Yeah, I think he went Shock Troopers a little bit too long. He did the Shock Trooper play well, and then he needed to just stop. And he could have just put down photon cannons. Again, shard launchers would have been nice. But you got to remember, he did all of that on tier 2. You know, he only had a couple of tripods. We saw no phase, no hexapod, no devastators, no nothing. He did all that on tier 2, and he actually defeated... He basically defeated Steel Talons with tier 2 Scrin. Yeah, a lot of long distance mining. I wouldn't necessarily think the gravity stabilizer should be for Storm Riders. I think he should have built it so he could rebuild his drone platform. Twilight City. Twilight. I already updated the scoreboard. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is going to be game 8, so BikeRush has won the last 2 games in a row. Futurama really wants to finish this out. We've seen this happen a lot again from BikeRush, where he ends up really far behind in a series, and then the other player just sort of gives up, thinking they've won. That it brings to mind that series he played versus Drive, where Drive was like, yeah, he was like 3-1 or 3-0, and then he just lost every single game to the end. Yeah, I don't think necessarily I just forgot when he was building Orcas, he already had the hardpoint upgrade, so that means the Orcas had 9 rockets each, and that made that gave them so much longevity. They were just plowing through dev tank after dev tank. And yeah, there was only like 2 Gunwalkers. They defended off the first attack, but I think maybe Futurama should have just pulled back a bit. Because at the end of the day, he can kite over that tib field. Like, again, if he sat on the other side of the tib field, he could have shut down mining. And at the same time, if BikeRush moved forward, BikeRush has no cover. You know, but unfortunately, I mean, it's easy to say from my perspective, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, it was huge that, yeah, again, no tier 3, that Futurama was borderline able to just win that game. I guess, obviously, yeah, he lost, but, you know, he should have won. You would have thought he would have won. Oh, so yeah, and that's the thing. It didn't look good for BikeRush. You know, his Steel Talons play there was not that crash hot, and again, Futurama was able to defend out the Firehawks without even getting shard upgrade, just because he had good plasma missile placement. He put them. You can see he put them on the edge of his base. So BikeRush, if he stratifighters in, he gets hit, and then if he runs, he gets hit for quite a long time before he gets out of range. So. And that allowed him to shoot down so many Firehawks, right? He got a lot of Firehawks. Putting the Warp Chasm next to the Tech Center was silly. He should have clearly left a gap. So we are going to be on Twilight City. Another map which is down the bottom end of the map pool. Hasn't been picked that often. But I believe Futurama did pick it in some of his other series. I might have to double check. Nod versus Steel Talons. Let's just update that. So he's actually going to go Nod. So this is it. Still on match point. Still on match point. Futurama will be starting in the northeast corner of Twilight City. Twilight! And on the bottom southwest side, it is BikeRush. He's bringing it back. He just needs to win this game. And he takes it to the ace match, a place that Futurama doesn't want to be, man. Futurama, again, he's looking at top spot. He wants to close the door. He wants to close that door. Right now, he's got the door open ajar, and BikeRush is the kitty cat that's trying to get in that door right now. And he's like, you just need to keep this door open just a smidgen for me, and I'll squeeze my tight ass through there. And right now, BikeRush is stuck in the door, and right now, Futurama needs to just close that door and cut that kitty in half. Oh my god, is he gonna lose his engineer? Oh my god, that was tight. He actually sent an unescorted engineer. That's ballsy. Okay, unescorted engineer. BikeRush will get his spike a little bit later. It's lucky he sent his, I think he sent his first engineer there, because yeah, otherwise he would have been in big trouble. But yeah, BikeRush does not get the snipe off. The spike is just a little bit too far away to do that. I mean, you can do it if the other guy's slow. Raider Buggy comes out. I think maybe he thinks there's an engineer. Yeah, I think he thinks there's an engineer, maybe. That's why he put the Raider Buggy out there. He's going to move the Raider Buggy now. BikeRush not doing anything fancy, though. He's just moving his forces in. Forces out the foxhole, though. Yeah, there's a lot of little decisions here or there. Air Force with Screen. We haven't seen a huge amount of Screen Air Force. I mean, obviously, Devastator warships are very powerful, very difficult to deal with sometimes, and especially in a base v base situation, they can just flatten buildings from extreme range. Very good versus infantry. We haven't really seen any Storm Rider play, not that I can recall. We have seen planetary assault carriers come out. They're pretty rare, like they only come out on occasion or on rare occasion. But yeah, I don't think we've seen any real Storm Rider play. So we're not going to see that here, obviously, because there's no Scrin faction. Futurama going to get the scout off. Going to see the 5 harvesters. He's going to see the MRT coming out. Let's see what his response to that is. Maybe someone's going to go for early blue tib. You can do early blue tib pretty easily because you can build your harvester, send it to the blue tib, and then you can chuck a north, head north and go back to the ref here for a shorter return run. So it's very popular that players will do that. Here come the MRTs. We got some rocket MRTs. 3 by the looks of it with pit bulls for stealth detection because he's not against Blackhand, he's against Nod. And I think Futurama did go, yeah, he went for a refinery first. BikeRush can see it. Scorp tank comes out. He's going to need another war factory. Otherwise, he's at risk of, yeah, just essentially losing Scorp tanks. Now, thankfully, Futurama didn't go for the blue tib field because if he did, he would lose his harvester or his harvester would be forced back at the bare minimum. BikeRush did not go for blue Tiberium either, which is a bit surprising. He's going to put the shredder turrets down. These are purely to draw fire. There's a rocket squad. Okay, he's got actually a hand of nod, maybe even a laser turret. No, he's not going to go for a laser turret. But yeah, BikeRush decides he doesn't want to go in there. He's forced out rockets. He sells the hand of nod, realizing, hey, this attack's not going to happen. And I have enough Scorps here as well. BikeRush going to re-pivot, maybe go for the main base. More Scorps coming out now. Oh yeah, he needs to watch out. That MRT could kill these infantry forces. They might just have to turn around and fight him. Yeah, oh, getting a bit antsy in his pantsy. BikeRush, is he going? Yeah, he's going for blue Tiberium now. He's got the harvester there. Power is down. Futurama just meandering around. I don't like this from Futurama because all of a sudden he's just become super passive, right? He's become super passive, and that's where you start losing games to BikeRush. I think as Nod, he should have tried to strike BikeRush while the iron was hot, but instead BikeRush now is taking blue Tiberium. He's got 2 harvesters at the blue tib field. That's a lot. You know, he's going to take all the blue Tiberium. He's going to get 2 full tanks as well, or pretty close to 2 full tanks. So that's not good for Futurama. Yeah, look at that. That second harvester even almost completely full, about 90% full. Looks like he's gonna send his infantry out, but what was the goal of these infantry? There's just not enough here to do really anything. This Wolverine and this MRT will clean up. So yeah, unfortunately, I think a lot like what a lot of people have said, Futurama has run out of steam. Is it not happening for him? What's that? It's just a Raider buggy. Tier 2 is down, going for an airfield. I mean, Futurama again, just hyper passive and doesn't have anything to his name right now. He's not going to be able to hold this attack. Oh my god, he's going to have to build. Yeah, he just scans. He goes in. He's going to need this to be a laser turret for sure. He's going to try to focus down the Titans. There is a minefield that is dropped. It's not a laser turret. It's a shredder turret, which is going to be useless versus the Titans. The Titans are going to move through. He's going to get crushes. He's going to crush a harvester. Almost certainly going to get a harvester crush. He gets a... No, does he not get a harvester crush? Oh my god, he finally gets a harvester crush. But obviously, it seems to almost know where that harvester is going. Gets another harvester crush because he didn't pull all his harvesters. And yeah, what's going on here? Futurama just falling to bits. And shredder turrets, I don't know what they're for, because they're not really drawing fire. He's just getting crushed. Oh my god, if he loses another harvester. But all these harvesters been pulled off the line as well. And BikeRush making a mockery of this base head. He just did so much. I don't know why there weren't laser turrets coming down. He could have put down 2 laser turrets instead of all those shredder turrets. Yeah, the shredder turrets draw fire, but there's no infantry, right? Raider buggy gets killed. Tier 3 is down. Railguns is on the way, so the railgun timer has started. And there's still just random Titans up here, and there's nothing much to do with him. He's got a structure queued, maybe an obelisk. I'm not 100% sure. There's hammerheads out that are just going to keep him busy. It is going to be a SAM turret, and there's a stealth tank here as well. So the stealth tank may have to help defend. He actually drives over some mines. The infantry's on a move order, unfortunately. He's going to get... Oh my god, he just got 2 more harvesters. Are you for real? Oh, what is I don't know what Futurama is doing now. He's almost like he's stopped playing and he's just let his mum play. Another Titan comes in. BikeRush is just now fleecing him. BikeRush is the lion, and Futurama is now the gazelle, and BikeRush is just tearing him apart. He's going to need another SAM turret. Those infantry are not going to be sufficient to take that down. He does have a stealth. Where'd the stealth tank go? I'm not sure where the stealth tank went. Hopefully he's got that out doing something. Yeah, I'm not sure if he even lost the stealth tank or if it's still alive. There's actually 1 harvester here. There's 1 harvester here right now. Oh my god, yeah, this game's almost a lost cause from Futurama. Yeah, Future might be cooked now. I think BikeRush is... This is what I'm talking about. People get really far ahead in the BikeRush matchup, and then they sort of just give up thinking they've won, and then BikeRush comes back and wins. He is getting out avatars. I'm not sure where the stealth tanks are. I would like to see where they are. I guess he doesn't have any.
It is time for a harvest.
I guess he must have lost them. Yeah, he must have lost them because I can't see them anywhere. There's a random Venom. Does he have a click plant? No, he doesn't have a click plant. Yeah, BikeRush now moving to the 3rd base. He's got a ref here. He's actually going to move his MCV with 1 ref. Okay, I guess. He's got that 1 Venom. This is purely just to scout the enemy base. I mean, yeah, Future, he's not going to give up. He's gonna fight. He's going to continue on. He is at the 3rd base, so all things said and done, it's not terrible as long as he can get more harvesters out, which he has rebuilt his harvesters. That's nice, but let's face it, he's going to be on the defensive at least. Oh my god, I did not see this. There is 4 railgun mammoth tanks here, but again, no adaptive armor. The avatars are here. He's going to mind drop. It's going to miss. It's completely missed the avatar, the mammoth tanks. And now the avatars are on a move order. Oh my god, that was just whiffed. He does get it though. Railgun accelerator comes down. That's going to be the end. He needs to put down like a stealth tower and reclaim the husk, but he lost 1 mammoth tank for 4 avatars. That's pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, he is getting a snipe attack over here with these tanks. That's nice, but the MCV is, yeah, it's like, what are you going to do? Futurama, that was a bad game. Oh my god, and again, so passive. So passive. I don't like it. Like, BikeRush just did whatever he wanted in that game. And ladies and gentlemen, this, despite looking like things were pretty much almost said and done a couple of games ago, we are actually going to an ace match. We are actually going to, yeah, look at that. What are we supposed to do about that? Like, he just lost. He just did the engagements, and he was on the defensive as well. It was a poor defense. It was passive gameplay, and that's not going to win you games. Yeah, 4-1 was just the tutorial. Bike was just trying to make things interesting. But yeah, this is the thing. BikeRush has now got a stranglehold. He's won 3 games in a row. All of Futurama's momentum is just gone. And with a game like that, is he realistically going to be able to make a stand in the last game? Oh, it's going to be tough. Yeah, that's the thing. People, again, with Steel Talons, just pushing the mammoth tanks into the base.
Formerly secret spies and scientists and spy pilots and engineers, all of whom know.
I mean, the only saving grace here is that Future does get the last map pick. I guess he's hoping he can make it work. It might be Undergrounds. Maybe. But yeah, Future lost too many. Yeah, that attack was just bad. I know I'm sort of hurting Futurama there, but he played so well in the first half of the series, and he still played well in those other games he lost, but still, if he loses this last game, he's gonna be kicking himself about the Highlands game, that's for sure. Like, the Highlands game was in the bag, and BikeRush is just like, I'm just not gonna give up. I'm just gonna fight forever and see what happens. And he did, and he won. God damn, Futurama's bugged his game out. He makes a game, and then he just instantly alt tabs. Yeah, this would be pretty extreme if BikeRush loses this series, and realistically, he should have lost it by now. That's the thing. The series are long, best of 9, and it's designed that way. It's designed to be an endurance series. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, Futurama picking these Nod factions. When he plays Nod versus BikeRush, he just doesn't do well. Like, he lost the Black Hand Mirror hands down, and you know, now he's going Nod vanilla, and that gameplay was just, yeah, he can't play like that again. Is he gonna pick? He's gonna pick 6 City, and he's gonna play Nod Steel Talons. I do not like this pick from Futurama, because his Nod gameplay has been atrocious. I much more like his Scrin or his GDI play right now. Yeah. That's what I was saying. When it was 4-1, in my mind, I'm like, I bet you anything BikeRush is just going to flatten in 4 games in a row now. Because people do that. They get into that really far ahead position, and they just automatically think they've won the series. And so then they take the foot off the gas, and then they just win. Yeah, we could see some YOLO strats. Maybe all in shadows. That would be crazy. Or BikeRush just goes 2 War Factory, 2 Airfield all in. Surely he'd like... I think Steel Talons is pretty good on this map, right? With all those buildings. You know, you've got it's a bit of a stand-up fight because yes, there's flanks, but you have to go all the way around for the flanks, and the middle area you can't really get by the middle area. He's gonna switch screen. Okay. Jesus, the stream is cranking, isn't it? $186? Oh my god, we're actually going to crack 200 people? Yeah, 6 city dev ships. Yeah, that's going to be a real problem actually, yeah. Futurama just needs a moment. Yeah, there's actually positions on this map where you can put juggernauts and they can siege into the enemy field. You can, of course, dislodge them though. They usually have to come out pretty far, but still, it's just I like that position. I usually try to use it quite a bit because it forces the enemy to do something. Yeah, that's the thing. When you have that many mammoth tanks facing off against avatars, you got to remember the mammoth tanks with steel talons can put adaptive armor on. They can slam down the RGA for like that massive rate of fire boost, and it's just too much. Once you hit the RGA in a stand-up fight, it's just boom, 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 and they just start blasting. The mammoth tanks walk in the room, and they just started blasting, you know. All right, looks like, I'm not sure what Futurama was doing, but he is going to start the game now. So he has selected screen. It's going to be, oh my god, what the heck. I don't know what Futurama is doing. He's annoying me, that's what he's doing, because he keeps stopping the countdown and he keeps cancelling out, but he's not saying anything. Yeah, BikeRush has just switched to be the host here. Alright, we'll just wait for Futurama to come back. 180 people on the stream. Alright, he's back now. Okay, we're going to start the ace match. It's going to be 6 city, and it's going to be Steel Talons versus Scrin. I just have to update the scoreboard. Steel Talons is sweating, yeah. What is going on? I think, did BikeRush crash? No. I don't know what's happened. The game just started doing something weird, but nonetheless, it's going to work. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ace match. Who would have thought we would have been here an hour ago when it was like 4-1? But Futurama has decided to select Scrin. He's done quite well with Scrin in this series. Almost undefeated with Scrin, but unfortunately did lose that Highlands game. Somehow BikeRush. And that's the thing, when BikeRush won that game, that was just the bell for him to go, man. Like, he really should have lost that game. Speaking of BikeRush, he is on the north side. What's happening over here? The buzzers aren't going to be able to cut that off. There was only one buzzer swarm. So he's not going to try to overrun that force. Meanwhile, Futurama does secure his spike as well. BikeRush not going to be able to overrun that. So both sides will secure the spikes. Bike has extra rifles. He's going to spread them around. Futurama going to try to move over there. No, I guess it's not going to work. Expect such teas to work. Yeah. Wearing out by way. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, sometimes people do mind games where they purposefully stall. It was actually a notorious thing with game replays tournaments. People would just stall games. They would just not X. They'd go AFK. They wouldn't start the next series. And it was really it's something they do against certain time zones, especially my time zone, where they know if they stall, they can push me to 3-4 a.m. in the morning. And a series which should have been done in like an hour takes 3 hours because they just go AFK between each game. They don't cooperate, they screw around. But in my tournaments, if you do that, boom, you're out. That's it. See you later. Like, you're not starting, boom, you're disqualified. See you later. But unfortunately, Game Replay's bred that behavior into a lot of people by never really dealing with it. But you know, I'll stop about that. We're going to concentrate on this game because this is an ace match. It's all or nothing here, and neither side did any type of rush. Yeah, we've only had a single desync in the entire tournament. We've had no disconnections at all, just a single desync, and that was on Tournament Highlands. I don't know what caused it. I think the players must have done something very obscure that caused a crash, maybe something Master Chief's not aware of. But yeah, it's got like a 99.9% stability rating. It's quite stable. Haven't found any real notable issues with this, aside from the fact that Viceroy'd spawn and wreck the game, like break it hardcore. If Futurama wants an easy win, he just needs to build some corruptors, and then the Viceroys will just win the game for him. MRT's coming out from BikeRush, always with the MRT open. A lot of people are doing this. Futurama's going to be aware of that, though. He's going to know it's coming. Yeah, he's going to take that out, just. I think he's going for a ref first. Yeah, he might need... Oh, actually, no, he's got a tier 2, so we're going to have to see a really fast dev tank. And that's not what the MRTs are going to want to see. Maybe he can get this Gunwalker back. Actually, he's not going to get that Gunwalker back. He's going to lose a Gunwalker. That's a double... Oh, my God, he's going to see this. He's going to see the double Warp Sphere. And BikeRush is going to let... Oh, crap, double Warp Sphere? The biggest problem here is that there's no tib to charge up on for Futurama. Might have been better to put the other Warp Sphere back here, at least closer to the tib, so you can charge on it. This Warp Sphere is quite dangerous. He's going to go without charge. And look at this, he's just putting minefields down. He sent the Buzzer Swarm there, but I mean... He's just putting down minefield after minefield now to try to stop... Oh my God, he's going to do a push. Futurama is just balls to the wall with the push. I don't think this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to steal talent. He's going to build Titans. Yeah, look at that. He's actually moving to the main. He's going to have to deploy this MCV, and he's in the buildings, which means the dev tanks have a natural disadvantage here. Oh my God. I don't know what Futurama was doing. He has no charge on the dev tanks. This is just falling apart already. And the MCV, look at this, is absolutely fantastic positioning for BikeRush. He will clear that hive. Oh, that hive's going for the mines? Okay, that's not what he wanted. He doesn't clear the garrison, and now he's shooting at the garrison. He is going to take out one Titan at the front, but I mean, is it going to be enough? That's the question. These buildings are just giving him such a natural advantage. He's camping the portal. Oh my God. Yeah, and BikeRush is like, WTF is this? He doesn't even know what's going on. He's getting the dev tanks. There is a disintegrator squad there, which is nice, but I mean, there's just towers back here. There's only 2 dev tanks left. Realistically, what's he going to do? He's just putting down this base defense wall. He can even just start targeting the drone ship, but the push is basically stalled. Mega push. I guess he has to go with it now because it's an ace match. Oh my God. BikeRush has done it. BikeRush has somehow come back in this series. Futurama right now, you can see BikeRush is pushing his fat, chunky kitty butt through the door. And now he's just on top of Futurama, and it's all over. Futurama is done. Futurama just blew his opportunity to win that series so hard. And he played so well, except for the last 2 games. The last 2 games were shocking. They were shocking. But and that game on Dust Bowl was shocking as well. I'm just really disappointed with Futurama right now, letting that slip through his fingers. Oh, he just let it slip. He let it slip through his fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh man, GG, yeah, what is he doing? It's a bad move. It was a bad strategy, right? It was a bad strategy because that map, he's against Steel Talons. He's in a city. He's in an urban area. He picked the worst map to do that push. He literally could have picked any other map that was left in the map pool. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know the philosophy behind that. Like, what was it, right? What was it? What, like, just pick Undergrounds if you're going to do that. It would have been way better because you could have fought over the Tiberium field. Like, yeah, I just don't know. Man. I mean, at the end of the day, Futurama, it would have been fantastic to win that, but it's just not going to matter that much for him because he's going to finish guaranteed second position now. And that will split him up from Bike Rush. Bike Rush will go to the opposite side of the bracket. So at the end of the day, don't feel too bad for Future. Not a huge impact, right? Not a huge impact. No matter what happened, he was going to be split up. He won't have to face Bike Rush again until the grand finals, assuming they both make it that far, assuming Bike Rush doesn't somehow lose to Senna. But yeah, what an intense series that was. But yeah, we do have to obviously to talk about the next game. There is another game coming up shortly, Cyberstorm Vs Drive, so don't go anywhere. We got a Group A match, obviously not going to be as intense as that series, but we are going to be casting it, so yeah. What do you guys make of that series? It was pretty nuts. It was pretty nuts indeed. Do not go anywhere. We have another series coming up very shortly. I'm going to take a short 5 to 10 minute break. Do not leave the stream. I will be back very shortly with the next game.
Finally, you would dream where you are now.
Convention.
Okay guys, and we're back ready for the next series, so we're going to be jumping into this game very quickly. Okay, I think we're ready to go. It's going to be Cyberstorm and Drive. They might even be playing on the same map, 6 City, as we just saw Futurama throw his last game effectively. Futurama very upset. Bike Rush just reveling in the fact that he was able to pull that series back from the absolute abyss. So we're going from the top of the table to the bottom of the table. So, which is a bit interesting, right? Cyberstorm will be starting on the bottom south side of 6 City as Blackhand, who'll be playing Drive Rush and also as Blackhand on the north side. And from going from the Futurama bike game to this one, again, these two guys are both sitting at the bottom of Group A. Drive can still make finals. Cyberstorm, it doesn't matter what happens. Cyberstorm's not going to the finals. It's just not going to happen. All the rest of the players in the group are pretty much already above the 2-win mark. And almost certainly Nash will take the last spot, I think. Unless Drive can make it happen here. Drive, again, still in contention. This is only his second match of the tournament, so he's actually played the least amount of games. Cyber just going to jump structures there. These guys just going to trade around a few structures. Just going to do a quick sound check. Make sure everything's okay. Yep, looks pretty good. Alright, let's see if anyone's doing anything crazy. Any all-ins happening? Are they up to War Factories yet? Or is that just me? No, they're not up to War Factories just yet. Just going to be taking the spikes. It's just going to be Cabal Wars in the middle of the map. Nothing unusual for this map here. Neither side really got a scout off, so they are vulnerable to rushing. Already called him Bike Rush. Drive is going for some bikes on this map, but look, a Raider Buggy comes out from Cyber. He's like, alright, I'm just going to send out the Raider Buggy. I'm going to have a look and see if you are rushing. And that's not what Drive wants to see, right? He doesn't want to see the Raider Buggy. He's going to try to go around with the bikes, but I mean, he's going to come in, he's going to see one harvester because it's Blackhand, right? It's Blackhand. He's going to know this bike. There's only 2 harvesters, so straight away, his ref is actually a little bit slower. He's going to place that down. Yeah, he's going to place it down. He power micros so the harvester doesn't come out. He pulls a harvester straight away. It's a Raider Buggy. That's interesting. I would have thought it'd be a Scorp tank. That's going to take a while. I guess he's going to use the Cabals, and he is going to micro the harvester around. Oh my god, if he loses a harvester to 3 bikes, no, Drive decides he's going to leave that area. He doesn't want to deal with the Cabal spam. That's probably going to happen. Harvester's now back to work. There we go. Going to take a swing at the Raider Buggy. Probably going to get that Raider Buggy. Cyber does pull it back. That's nice. Drive just going to use the bikes to contain Cyberstorm here. Maybe just help clear the garrisons out as well. Going to kill those squads. They do come out the back there, so they can just jump to the next structure. Well, it's really lucky. Sometimes they might come out the other side. But yeah, Drive just getting his eco up now. 4 harvesters. So it was just a little poke with the bikes there just to keep Cyber on his feet. Nothing too serious. Cyber's actually is he going to go 2 War Factory all in? No, he's going to move the MCV. Okay, he's got 2 War Factory. He's not going Scorps. He's going to go Bike Buggy. He's going to go Bike Buggy. A Drive in a Storm. Yeah, look at this. Cyberstorm now moving forward. He's going to find a second War Factory from Drive. So Drive puts his War Factory expansion. And this is what I'm talking about. He's gone for Scorp tanks, right? He's going to pull the Scorp tank back a little bit. But I mean, it's not going to matter. Cyber's going to have to back off now. This is the thing. The map is not particularly large. And you've got this main central corridor, which means Scorp tanks will be quite good, assuming the garrisons are not taken. Again, tanks moving through cities can be a bit tricky, just because there's not a lot of open ground. And if there's infantry occupying all the structures, that can be a pain. But right now Cyber has no infantry. He's just trying to contain Drive, but again, Drive with the Scorp tanks is looking pretty good, you know. He's looking pretty good to hold. He's going to lose that Scorp tank at the front, but I don't think he cares too much. He's just going to push forward, right? Cyber's going to have to back off. Might lose another Scorpion tank. Yeah, another one goes down. He's going to be forced all the way back to his base. Hopefully he's got some Scorps. No, he actually continued to produce Bike Buggy, and he's producing harvesters. Oh my god, is he actually going to get overrun here? Drive doesn't have to stop, right? He can just keep going. He can keep going. He's going to need Scorp tanks. I hope these are Scorp tanks now because he's just moving in. It's Raider Buggies. Oh my god, I'm not sure why Cyber's producing Raider Buggies right now. Yeah, they draw fire, but they don't do any damage. And Drive realizes it. He's just like, hey, you haven't actually got any tanks here. I can just move my tanks forward. He's going to back off now. I mean, his tanks aren't in too bad a condition. He can still continue to fight. And look at that. He's just being very cost effective. He's picking off the enemy bike buggies. Finally, Scorpion tanks are coming out from Cyberstorm, and this should be able to help push this back. Going to try to take out that power plant. He's targeting the damaged tanks. That's nice. I like that. Probably, I don't know if it's worth continuing to try to get that power plant, especially since he didn't get it. The repair tool will save it. And now all reverse move issues there from Drive. Going to cost him 2 more tanks. Yeah, he beacons that. He's not happy about that. But it does happen sometimes. So, clumsy defense from Cyber, but it's going to be enough. He doesn't take any economical damage, but he does lose a number of units. Drive decides to cease the push at that point there. Going for another refinery, I would almost certainly think that's going to be the case. So things just going to settle down just for a moment. But yeah, a little bit spicy to begin this series. Drive looking a bit better than what he was before. That series versus Bart Jones, he seemed very passive. But now he seems to be a little bit more on the ball. We'll have to see how this goes. Cyber, of course, will be looking for a win. There was a skirmish over here. Looks like bikes trade with other bike buggy. No one taking the blue tip field. That's a bit interesting. Drive just moving forward again. A lot of these structures now just being destroyed. Should be able to get that tank. Will take it out. Is destroyed. Producing cabals. Yeah, he's going for infantry upgrades. He's got the infantry upgrades. Only 1 refinery. I don't know about this. I mean, Cyber's got 1 refinery as well, but I think this is almost certainly going to be a 2nd refinery, a little bit ahead of Drive. I guess Drive wants to get infantry out into these buildings. Yeah, he's going for the garrisons, and this will really help support any type of tank push if he has garrisons to fall back to. They can just assist him there. Got a formation move out, not doing anything fancy. No one going for the blue tip. Actually, Cyber does have a load of blue Tiberium, but the top field is untouched. Double flame tank comes out, but we did see the laser turret was actually sold off. He had a laser turret there. It is no longer there. And now Drive just sort of forming up. He's trying to gear up, I think. Couple of infantry squads coming out. Something I noticed about Cyber as well is that when he does go man spam, he often forgets about the cabals. And that has a massive impact on the effectiveness of his infantry. But yeah, things still very calm. Another war factory. He's got 3 war factories. Is he going for blue flame? Oh my god, he's got 7 flame tanks. He's going to reveal them. Drive's going to see them though. Like, is he going to just... Is it going to be a blue flame push? No, he doesn't have a shrine. He doesn't have a shrine. What is he doing? I mean, he's going to get blue tip up here, and he's going to try to destroy the bridge. But yeah, Drive knows about the mass flame tank, but I don't understand what the mass flame tank is for. If it's going to go right down the guts with everything else, you'd expect to have purifying flame, because without it, they probably, they might get in range. 1 or 2 might get in range, but they won't be able to destroy anything. Dozer Blades is done for Cyber, but he's going to find these buildings garrisoned. Flame tanks are going to come in. Is he going to make this push happen? I think he's just going to go for it. Yeah, he's actually going to go for this push. This is going to happen. We are going to see a pretty large fight, but again, Drive just has a massive concave, and yeah, the attack is over before it even begins. Cyber just disengages. He's like, all right, cool, that's not going to happen. Let's back up here. And these flame tanks now are dead weight in this fight. Oh my god, Cyber's moving into a pretty bad position there. There's going to be a huge concave for Drive. It's a huge concave for Drive, and the flame tanks are just doing nothing right. They can't do really anything against these Scorp tanks, not unless they have purifying flame. Cyber's being pushed back. I'm not sure what he was trying to go for here. If he had purifying flame, it would make sense, but he's just being systematically defeated by the overwhelming forces of Drive. He's got so many tanks. He's got infantry to back it up. And Cyber now, I don't think he's going to be able to survive this attack. He's just continuing to fall back. He's now at his base. He can't fall back any further than what he is right now. He's got a decent amount of tanks, but again, he just has to keep giving up the position, and his tanks now are completely thinned out. Drive knows it. Drive is on a move order. He's on a move order to keep his tanks in range. There's still flame tanks being produced for some reason. He's pushing the enemy tanks back into the base. It's not going to matter. He's going to be able to destroy all of these tanks, and once they are done, he can start working on the base itself. Yeah, look at that. Meanwhile, this infantry are actually moving in. There's flame tanks here. They're actually going to deal with the infantry. It's interesting how you don't see flame tanks actually fight infantry that often. I mean, they do fight infantry on occasion, but they're mainly used for buildings. Yeah, Cyber is completely broken here. He's not going to survive this attack. Drive is going to win this game. All the harvesters in the main are now being sniped down. GG comes down. It's going to be the end. And yeah, the expansion is also under attack. Drive takes an early lead. Yeah, back up with the flame tanks here. I just don't understand, like, sending flame tanks around the side, that makes sense, right? But if you're building like 10, 15 flame tanks and you're going down the guts and you don't have purifying flame, I'm not sure what he was trying to achieve. Right now, Masterleaf is shaking his fist going, Cyber, why you no black flame? Oh. But yeah, it's going to be unfortunate if Cyber goes through the entire tournament without a match win. He has, of course, had some individual game wins, but no actual match wins just yet. No, did he not have dozer blades? Surely he didn't have. He had dozer blades. He had no did I not notice that he had no dozer blades? Oh my god, if he had no dozer blades here, that's bad. That's really bad. Yeah, look, we lost about 50 viewers switching to this match here. So obviously there's not as much hype for this match. Where is Cyber gone? Oh, I can see the sun at the edge of the horizon. Like, it's not over the horizon, but you can just see the light at the edge of the horizon. What time is it? It is 10 past 6 in the morning. Yeah, they both had dozer blades. Yeah, surely, yeah. I would have noticed if they didn't have dozer blades. Where did Cyberstorm go? He does realize this is a best of 9 series, doesn't he? There he is. Okay, he had a bug. His game bugged. He gets stuck on the timeline screen forever. Yeah, I haven't seen that bug before. Odyssey, surprise, surprise. I don't know why, again, picking maps that the other guy's going to be good at. Because Drive's going to be like, oh, if Drive lost, he probably would have picked this map too, right? Alright, so here we go. It was Cyber's pick, but Drive will be starting on the south side of Tournament Odyssey. And that means starting in the north side, it's going to be Cyberstorm. So yeah, Tournament Odyssey, what is there to say about this? Not a lot. I'm still reeling from that last series, Futurama vs Bike Rush. If you're watching this stream back later on and you skip that game, do not skip it. Oh my god. Everyone I think is talking about that one particular Highlands game. What a crazy game that was. Talk about a knife's edge. And I just feel bad for Futurama, right? Like, he played so well, he deserved to win that series. And especially the last 2 games, he just really dropped the ball. But let's concentrate on this series. Drive Russian is the one who wants to win, and a 5-0 for Drive would be nice because 1, he wants the win, 2, he wants the percentage. He's probably going to have to play a double header next week because he's only going to be on 2 matches after this match, and he needs to play 2 more, whereas all the other players are generally on the 3 match mark at the moment, and some of them have even finished. So Futurama, actually, that was Futurama's last game that we just watched, so he's now completed his group stage, and Cyberstorm will also have completed his group stage, and Masterleaf has also completed his games. But yeah, I will put a post up with results sometime later today, my time, when I have the opportunity. But Bike's coming out again from Drive Russian, so I guess he wants to put some early pressure on Cyber. Oh my god, Cyber's 2 War Factory all in, and Drive saw it. Drive sees it because he has this Cabal squad. I think he's going to instantly recalls the bikes. I'm like, did he sell a ref? I think he put a second ref down and he just sold it straight away. Yeah, he did. He's going to go for a barracks. He's going to try to hold it with barracks tech. Now this means that you do have a stronger defense, but you have a weaker offense if you want to counter attack. Yeah, Scorp tank already out. I mean, he just built the Hand of Nod to get a laser turret down, right? He's just going to put a laser turret down. And he's going to put it down there. That is avoidable. That is an avoidable laser turret from Cyber. You can see he just drives away from it as soon as it's placed down. But look at that, taking some down. Great control by Drive, just poking in, getting a bike, getting out. He does lose his own bike there. Still hasn't lost anything. He's going to try to focus down the Scorpion tank, but I mean, he's going to pay for it with quite a number of bikes. Does get most of the Drive forces, but another tank comes out and the bikes are starting to run thin. Some of them were driving through the laser turret. That Scorpion tank, oh my god, he had nothing left in the health bar, but he somehow makes it back to the War Factory. That's a big win to get that tank back. Every tank matters in these all-in rush situations. And unfortunately, Cyber does not do the critical damage. He's now up against 3 harvesters versus just 2, so economically he's weaker. He is probably going to get a spike unless Drive does something about that. I don't think Drive is aware that there's an engineer heading to his spike. Like, surely you must sort of catch on that if the guy sold his MCV, there's going to be an engineer somewhere. A lot of pros will just keep that in the back of their mind. Actually put a second ref down, so Drive very confident he can hold this by going for more economy. Only 2 tanks, a rocket squad and a bike. It's not that much. Oh my god. Activate health bars. I think when you're watching from a viewer's perspective, having the health bars off is a lot better. You know, because if you have the health bars on, you can end up with a lot of health bars on the screen, right? Because there ends up being a lot of units. When I play the game, I always have health bars on. But when I cast, I sort of flick them on and off. Sometimes I'll flick them on just so you can see what the health of a force is. But for the most part, you want the visuals. Oh, that was, yeah. Probably didn't need to place that there. He does capture a 3rd spike. So Cyberstorm does have 3 spike, which is nice. And he's going to need it to make up for the lack of harvesters. He probably went for a 3rd harvester. Yes, he did. So he's on 3 harvesters, but he's up against 5 and 2 now. There's a 5 and 2 economy with 2 war factories. So Drive is cranking it. He's got a lot of tanks out. It's going to be difficult. I mean, the problem is he's just going to build the tanks up and eventually he'll just be able to move across the map. He's even going to go all in off 1 base with dozer blades. Wow. Like, he doesn't even need to do that. But I guess he just feels it's like, hey, he still knows Cyber's all in, so I'm just going to go all in Scorps with dozers because I think he just knows unless Cyber's able to somehow get an MCV out and try to camp a bit, he's just going to win the game. He's going to spread these tanks out. He's probably just going to wait for dozer blades to complete, and then he's going to move forward, and he's going to take the game. He's moving forward now. He doesn't even care. There is some bikes moving around the bottom, but realistically, with more tanks coming out, he even kept the barracks. There's actually 1 rocket squad there. That's going to be nice as well. Take a quick drink of water. Those bikes are going to strike. The rocket squad is there. He's going to get a harvester kill. That's nice. A few of these tanks come back, but I mean, he's not going to get a 2nd kill. 2 bikes already dead. 3rd bike dead. He got a harvester, which is nice, but is it going to be enough? He's actually going to get that bike on the way out as well. And yeah, I think once dozer blades is done, maybe build 1 flame tank and then just sell the comm center. He's just going to sell it straight away. He's not even going to build a flame tank. actually that spike is destroyed. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe it was booby trapped and Drive tried to recapture it. I'm not 100% sure. He did rebuild an MCV. Oh, but Dozer Blades is done. He's going to lose the MCV. I mean, surely he can't hold it. He's got some tanks, but I mean, MCV, he sells the MCV. He's like, all right, cool, this is going to die. Gets everything. And the problem is that Cyber doesn't have Dozer Blades. I like this though. He's got Fanatics and Drive's like, God damn it, there's Fanatics here. They're actually really cost effective in this situation because that Fanatic will just splash like 2, 3, 4 tanks down. And yeah, he actually has to back off because of those 2 Fanatic squads. Things are going to have a 3rd Fanatic squad out. So this is going to buy Cyber some time. He actually got an operation center down too. He's got some units in the bottom which have been caught out. I'm not sure, did they get a harvester? No, there's still 4 harvesters here unless Drive rebuilt one and lost another one, but I doubt it. So Cyber's actually going to get Dozer Blades down. And Drive is out of economy. Drive is run out of Tiberium here. And Cyber all of a sudden, if Cyber can survive for another 30 seconds, if there's no attack in the next like 30 seconds or so, Cyber's going to have more tanks than Drive. And he's going to have these... he's got 4 Fanatic squads. No, he's got 5. Oh my god, he could just run forward and he might even be able to win the game here. Oh my god, there's tanks in the corner, reverse moving. Oh my god, they're all piling up as well. The splash damage is real on the bikes. That is the worst. He needs to spread those tanks. Reverse moving and with a massive... Oh my god, that's a terrible engage. Cyberstorm catches him as well. He's going to push these tanks to the back of the corner here. I think maybe he might have to give up the chase, but he's already done quite a bit of damage. He's done quite a bit of damage. Drive is going to fight it now. Maybe Drive can win. I think he just has a numbers advantage. I'm quite surprised the bikes didn't come back and assist. Drive has more tanks, so Drive will actually surprisingly win that engagement. He's got more tanks coming with the Raider buggies. Is this going to be enough to defend out the Fanatics? I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, those squads have to move back. The Raider buggies are going to come in. The Raider buggies are coming in, and they're going to kill some of the... Oh, it's getting so close. He's going to get all the Fanatics. They actually got run over. I didn't know that could actually happen. Some tanks, oh my god, some tanks getting destroyed by the Fanatics over here though. But it's not going to matter. I think he lost too many tanks in that other engagement. Drive just has a little too many here, and he still has the operations center. Maybe a flame tank can save him, but I don't think he's got one. He's going to lose his fight. Drive, once he gets in front of the war factories, he can camp the production. He's pushing him away from the repair drones as well, which means there's no repairs going to be coming down. Yeah, look at this. I think he might have him. It's going to be close, but I think he's got just enough tanks to overrun him. More tanks coming out now, but I think the force multiplier is too good for Drive Russian. It's going to be a little bit too good. A lot of tanks. Oh my god, a Fanatic squad just took out a ton of tanks. There's so many tank bodies there, and almost takes out the barracks. The Hand of Nod actually falls there, and Drive is actually going to be pushed back. Wow, that's crazy. Drive loses that massive Fanatic hit out of the barracks. I don't know how many tanks died there, but it was a lot. He's going to get these 2 tanks on the way out as well. Veteran tank will be destroyed. And yes, Cyber actually holds on. Now, Drive is long-range mining. He hasn't got an MCV. He's stalled on cash. We'll have to see if this is going to be an MCV. If it is, I think it'll be okay because Cyber's stalling as well. So if this actually transitions back into a normal game, that's going to be pretty crazy, right? We've seen this happen before with these types of all-ins or delayed all-ins. So Cyber was definitely all-in from the get-go. Drive then went all-in later on his Scorp tanks, and then Cyber was forced again into another all-in because he lost his MCV that he rebuilt. He's going to long-range mine. There is no MCV coming out from Drive, so he is just going to continue to long-range mine. He has just 5 harvesters to do this long-range mining, so it's going to take a while. Cyberstorm meanwhile has 1, 2, he's only got 4 harvesters, so he's actually a harvester down. He is a spike up though, but this flame squad may change that. He's sending 1 singular Scorpion tank there to get the crush off. Yeah, look at that, just going to crush these units. Eventually he'll finish the rest. There's still some bikes available, and this is what I'm talking about when you get to these Scorp spam fights. If you still have a bike hit squad, it's quite valuable because it's going to come in here. There's nothing here to defend. There's no money coming in, so he's actually going to get... Yeah, Drive pulls it immediately. He's going to pull that back to his base. He's going to be able to save it, so that's fine. I don't think he's going to be able to get that. He's going to lose the last of these bikes to try to get it, and it's just not going to happen, right? Surely he's not going to get that harvester. Battle marker's up here. Looks like Drive is making a move now. Remember, there are no stealth harvesters, so this harvester is easily spotted, and Drive will take it out, and I mean, he really can't afford that. Still trying to get that last Blackhand squad. He's not actually going to get it. It's too close to the edge of the map there. He can't actually get the crush off, and Drive now has his own bike buggy, so I think Drive, it's going to be a little bit delayed, but maybe he's going to just edge his way back here. Yeah, because look at this. He's got the flank off. He's going to kill the power plants because they're so weak, and that means that Cyber will have no power. So even if Cyber's able to get a lot of money, it's not going to matter because his production is going to be so slow. He is going to engage these forces. He probably has enough tanks, I guess, to maybe fight this off. Maybe not actually. Reinforcements coming in from Drive. So yeah, I think this might be the writing is on the wall for Cyber. He's being enclosed from every direction. The bike buggy is coming in from the back as well. And Cyber is being surrounded. And now this is truly it. Cyber is done in this game. Drive has done enough. He's got an elite tank there as well. Cyber really fighting right down to the end. He's GGing out now, but realistically, he lost that fight about 10-15 seconds ago. Oh, Blackhand mirrors do make the unique, yeah. Blackhand mirrors aren't that exciting in my opinion. Not Bart versus Cyber. What do we have? We're Cyber versus Drive. So Drive does it. Solid performance there. 12-bit, pretty much one base game. 64,000 apiece. There's nothing separating them. But the kill-death ratio, of course, does separate them. Look at that. Oh my god, almost 3 times as good for Drive. Oh my god. Oh. Might have to take a nap after this. It's particularly rough because I did this yesterday as well. So the last 2 nights have been on pretty low sleep to get these timings. And I did it as well to try to get Nash some more better timings on his games. And he never even ended up playing this weekend. I'm a bit annoyed about that, but we'll get him next week. He's going to have to play a doubleheader next week. We might have to wait for Cyber. He has a little bit of a bug. Totally encircled, yeah. Yeah, Fanatics without the speed upgrade. I mean, obviously the speed upgrade didn't matter a lot in that engagement. It's like he ultimately has to go up to him, but yeah, having the speed upgrade is quite good. Fanatics are a great way to even out the numbers if you have a disadvantage because they're very difficult to get rid of in the Scorp spam mirror. You've got to bring things like Raider buggies, and you don't want to bring Raider buggies when the other guy's bringing tanks, you know. Looks like they're going to take us to Tournament LA. I think Cyber's had enough of the black can. He's going to switch GDI maybe. Drive's thinking about it. But yeah, Drive must pretty much win this game. He must win this match if he wants to stay in touch. If he goes 0-2, he's probably not going to make the finals. He is in a bit of a rough situation right now in terms of his practice, so he needs to just get into finals, and by then he should have trained up enough to be more competitive. I think we're ready for game number 3, yeah. It's going to be Tournament LA. Cyber switches it up to GDI. Cyber has been heavily favoring the Nod factions, so this is definitely a change. Let's just update the scoreboard. All right, starting on the north side, playing as the red GDI, it is Cyberstorm. And Drive sticking with Black Can. He'll be on the south side of Tournament Los Angeles. Another map which has seen a moderate amount of play. Not too popular, not too unpopular. It's just right in the middle there. I will re-update the graphs and stats as well. So next week, when I start the stream, you'll have brand new statistics. Oh, he's going to beat him to this structure. Oh, wow, that's annoying. That's going to be annoying for Drive. Can he even get to this other structure? I don't think he can. He just gets in. Oh, that's even more annoying for Cyber, really. I guess he really would want to have taken that out. He'll get the other garrison, no worries, that's for sure. But yeah, bit of an irk moment for Drive not to get there first. Oh, oh my god, we got rocket squads. This could be Bloodhounds. I think he's going Bloodhounds. Is he going to send those rocket squads over here? I wouldn't do that because there's actually a Cabal squad over here. Surely he saw the Cabal squad. Yeah, he pulls back now. Did Drive spot it though? That's the question. Or it's hard to say whether or not he saw the rocket squads. He might have seen them, but this is going to be for Bloodhounds almost certainly. He sells the comm center straight away, so not looking to retain that. Going to call the Bloodhounds in immediately. Yeah, I think it's going to be Orcas as well. Oh, Driver's going for eco. He hasn't caught on. He's going to come in. He's not going to see a war factory. Oh, but... Oh, no, he can see this. Oh, my God. How can he see that? All right, he must have had a squad there or something. He must have had a squad I didn't see, so he is fully aware of the Bloodhound rush that's coming. And these are 2 rocket APCs as well, so that's quite... He sold his MCV. Wait, he's only got 1 war factory. Does he think it's all in? I think he thinks it's all in. It is all in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He read it this time. Is it going to be too late though? Driver's got a lot of stuff out. He's just spamming infantry. He's like, I'm just going to spam infantry. That hand of nod is crucial. If he loses the hand of nod, that's going to be a big loss for him. But it is all in from both sides, and Cyber is as all in as you can get. He cannot rebuild an MCV even if he wanted to. Drive has the option to rebuild an MCV, but look, he's already spamming out Raider buggies. He's like, hey, I'm just going to build lots of Raider buggies. They're going to be very difficult to get rid of because bikes at the end of the day can get sniped down pretty easily by the Bloodhounds. They can get sniped down pretty easily by the Orcas. I think this is not going to work out for Cyber. He sells the hand of nod. It's not worth much money, but still. Where are the Orcas? Oh my god, he's actually got the mutant hovel. Wow, Master Leaf right now. Doing cartwheels and somersaults. These mutant marauders can actually shoot aircraft as well. This is the first time we've seen mutants being used in the tournament, and a long time since I've ever seen them used. They're generally not used because you have to spend money to get the mutant hovel, and they tend to... I can't remember how much they cost. How much do they cost? They're $600. You know, they're very powerful anti-infantry, and they can shoot aircraft, which is weird because they have a gun, right? You don't see that. Oh my god, Cyber just lost an Orca. I think the game's over already. There's actually 2 hammerheads coming in. Yeah, and he's going to see these mutants and he's going to be like, what the heck? How are there mutants here? He's actually going mutants, and one of the biggest problems is Cyber's not doing anything, and he has one harvester, right? He can't just sit around. If you have 1 harvester, your economy is shot. You can't just... The longer you wait, the more stuff Drive has. Because he's got 3 harvesters, so he's just waiting, and yeah, the window is gone. Cyber, unfortunately... There's virtually no way he can win the game now. It's just a question of whether or not he knows that this is a fact, whether he knows he's dead. Because again, he's just waiting and waiting and waiting. What's he waiting for, right? He's just allowing Drive to build more units because Drive has way more economy. And I mean, he knows there's no war factory, I guess. So that's why he's continuing to spam these infantry squads. It's like, hey, I'm going to build mutants. He's going to put a show on for the stream. It's going to be a pretty one-sided fight when it happens. I mean, he's just going to send the bike buggy out, right? It's like, hey, I don't even need that anymore. I'm just going to send the bike buggy out. He's going to send these infantry forces somewhere, I guess. Yeah, mutants in the tournament. Battle marker over here. Orca comes in. He is going to get a harvester, but how much is he going to lose for that? He only lost an Orca. Maybe there was a second Orca. I'm not 100% sure. They're pretty badly damaged, so I'm quite surprised there was a weak point there. Did he get 2 harvesters? Oh my god, he got 2 harvesters. Wow, so Drive really just, he opened the door then, didn't he? There's actually quite a number of hammerheads here. They don't have AP ammo, so they're not going to be particularly strong. The bike buggy will be able to destroy them very easily because without AP ammo, there's really not much they can do. And the infantry here, oh my god, they're like mini slingshots, aren't they? He's just going to lose everything, yeah, and that's going to be the end of the game. There you go. Those aircraft, I mean, he's building hammerheads because he can't build anything else, right? Maybe he could have rebuilt Bloodhounds again if it's cooled down. But that's going to be the end of the game. I mean, he is trying to fight, but what for? Harvester is dead. That's it. Cyber doesn't seem to understand the writing is on the wall half the time. There we go. So, an unusual game. Mutants are stealth in Tib and also heal. What the heck? When did that become a thing, Master Leaf? Just Master Leaf things where he puts stuff in the patch without telling people. So apparently they're stealth on Tiberium and they heal on Tiberium. I mean, it's one of them things, right? Like, is it really any good getting mutants? It's a bit of a play. Like, I wouldn't say it's like a troll play, but it's like a hyper situation. I guess he felt that he knew Cyber was all in, so he's like, hey, I'm just going to go capture the mutant hovel with my engineer. And then I'm just going to build these, and it's like you won't be able to counter them. They'll just guarantee me a victory because it's just a situation where it made sense, right? It made sense to have the mutant marauders out. And as you can see there, without AP ammo, without any real anti-infantry, they're just going to completely decimate those forces. Yeah, it was a terrible build from Cyber. The thing with that build is once you commit, once you've done it, you can't just sit and wait. Because if you sit and wait, the other guy's got more harvesters, he's getting more money, he's building more units, like you're just giving him time to build more defense. You got to go while he's got nothing. And yeah, just sitting around, trying to find an entrance, just meandering. It's just like drivers just sitting there, getting more and more powerful until eventually, you know, that's it. Maybe that was a previous patch. They did look like they were stealth, though, didn't they? Because I was looking at them and they're sort of like phasing in and out, like the stealth animation. But like, because when infantry is stealth, they sort of just like, they sort of move from transparent to solid and back and forth. Like they glow almost, not quite glow, but sort of fade in and out. It was a vanilla feature, was it? I never knew that. Yeah, I never knew that at all. So Drive's going to move up 3-0. We could be looking at a 5-0. Drive just simply coming back now to play this game. He just looks too strong, doesn't he? Like, he's just out muscling Cyber. Cyber's just he's had a real tough time in this tournament. Like, he did put up a fight in some of his other series, and he was ahead in his series versus Shock, I think, for quite some time. But yeah, just ended up getting overpowered. And I think Cyber's a bit of a good sport. He's been really good with the organization. He's really good with, you know, responding and arranging his games. And I guess he sort of wishes he could have done a little bit better. But nonetheless, we're losing more of our viewership. People don't want to see the Drive Cyber game again. It's not really a high-ranking game compared to the Bike Future. That drew so many people. We almost hit 200 viewers for Kane's Wrath in 2025. That's nuts. You know, we're playing like what, a 17-year-old game, 18 years old if you count Tiberium Wars. It's almost 20 years since Tiberium Wars came out. That's not in 2027. That's only 2 years away. Tiberium Wars will be turning 20. That's nuts. I've been playing the game like more than half my life. Just waiting for Cyber to rejoin. He's obviously got that loading screen issue that he mentioned before. But yeah, this is, is this match 15? Yeah, this is match 15. There'll be, so at the completion of this match, we'll only have 5 matches remaining, and and we'll be up to finals. So yeah, like I said before, entering the business end of things, and the results are really getting, you know, really becoming critical. Drive, though, looking good at trying to repair his finals run. He has lost to Bart Jones, which means he must play Nash and Shock. That's going to be hard. You know, Shock's looking pretty good. Nash, sort of good. All right, what do they do here? All right, it's gone back to a black hand mirror. So we are on Toxic City. Once again, Cyber's choice, but Drive will be playing as the yellow-black hand on the left side, which means by mathematical deduction, it must be Cyberstorm on the right-hand side. Also playing as black hand, he's gone back to black hand, back to black. It's not going to affect the stats too much because, again, I do tally the mirror stats separate from the non-mirror stats, just because, again, mirror stats sort of mess with things a bit, like, because it's like, oh, yeah, black hand got picked twice, but it was in the one game, but there was a win and a loss, so it distorts the statistics a little bit. I have got statistics including mirrors, but I've just been posting without, because I think that's just more relevant, right? You want to see how well the faction does against the other factions, not against itself. You know, a faction in a mirror is just sort of, yeah, 13 with 2 balls, 18 years, but somehow looks better than Brett. Yeah, that's what everyone says, right? Like, if you release this game today, people probably wouldn't question the graphics, right? Because look at it, it looks better than the crap that they produced today. I mean, just look at this level, even this area here, it's just an open plane, but it looks so detailed the way it is, and it's just such an old game. I don't like what they did with Red Alert 3. I know it's the same engine, but it just looks terrible, and Command & Conquer 4 looks even worse. Like, yeah, they just went backwards. This is peak Sage engine, what you're looking at. This is the best it ever was. The water effects in Red Alert 3 were good, but everything else just looked like a cartoon. I'm not really paying attention to this game too much. Snipes a bike down to... Drive is opening with these bike harassers. In all the Black Hand games, I guess he likes to, you know, contain... He likes to contain the enemy. He doesn't lose a bike either, so I mean, it's been working out for him, so I guess he just feels, hey, it's been working out. It keeps Cyber back. It'll stop me getting anti-rushed or whatever. And, yeah, it's just, I guess he feels more comfortable having that out there, so it's going to be okay. What's going to come out here? Another, no, he's only on 4 harvesters versus 4 harvesters. Drive working on another refinery. Anyone going for blue Tiberium field? No, not just yet. Oh, the tower's destroyed. Okay, I didn't notice that. Who destroyed the tower? Is there like a flame tank I don't know about? Did I miss like a flame rush or something? I don't think I did, no. It must have been the bikes at some stage, just focused it down. Second War Factory comes out from Drive, so Cyber's got 2 War Factories already. So Drive just sniffing out the fact that he's probably worried about the double War Factory play. I mean, especially in the non-mirrors where there is double War Factory play, you got to be careful about ecoing, right? Because if you do eco and then you get jumped, then you're just dead. But Driver's obviously is fully aware of the double War Factory. He's got a scout inside the base. Cyber working on a ref by the looks of it. Not quite halfway done. Drive about the same, but he is going for Scorp tanks. So he's got a couple of bikes from the beginning. It's actually got a really badly damaged Scorp tank there. Not sure what that was doing. These Scorp tanks will cover the retreat, but they will also come in and take some serious hull damage. Gets a Scorp tank for a bike. I think Drive pulled that damage tank all the way back. That was quite good. Didn't clean the scout, which means Drive has the opportunity to come down here and to spot what's going on. He's going to see, I almost certainly think he's going to see that refinery. Surely he's going to see that. Yes, he can see it. You got to wait for a second. Sometimes it disappears, but no. He can see the refinery. He's already got his own refinery down. No one going for blue Tiberium just yet. With his tank power, I mean, he's got the tanks obviously will beat out the bike buggy in the situation, especially with the numbers. You think Drive might try to make a play for the Tib field, the blue Tib, although Cyber might get a good flank off here. Nah, Drive, look at that, he's all over it. He's got 2 Scorp tanks, he's got some bikes, and I think as soon as he sees that, he's gonna, he's gonna commit. He's got the Raider buggies up front, which is quite good. He way overkills that bike. Oh my god, every single bike shot at that one bike. That was a huge overkill. Gets another tank on the way out, so not too bad for Cyber there. Kills a couple of units, but doesn't get the juicy underbelly that is the Harvester's Drive. Trying to poke in, but it's not going to happen. I almost certainly think he didn't lose a I don't think he would have lost a Harvester then. Yeah, he's only got 2 Harvesters here though. Normally you'd expect at least a 3rd or even a 4th. Yeah, Driver's got 4. Maybe he lost a Harvester, I don't know. We'll give Cyber the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't lose one. Just pulling these tanks back. Nice effect on the Tiberium Type S smoke coming out those tubes. That's quite nice, isn't it? The detail in some of these things back here, quite good. Yeah, they used to run off 4 gigabytes of RAM, but of course we have patched that now. Cyber's just decided, you know what, I'm going to go Scorp Tanks sort. He finds the Scorp Tanks in the top of the map, so he's going to be able to dispatch those. Loses maybe 1 or 2 bikes to get the trade. Battle marker up here. Oh, look at this. Driver's made his way inside. Should be able to get a Harvester kill, and then maybe just evac out of there because he's attracted the attention of these tanks. Yeah, he's just going to evac. He's done the damage. He doesn't want to lose too much on the way out. He's going to get out, gets a Scorp Tank. Not even going to... Oh, he's going to lose 1 Scorp Tank, probably 2. Yeah, second Scorp Tank will go down now. Cyber loses a Harvester though. Drive probably aware that they're there. Yeah, he knows they're there. He saw them obviously take out the Scorps before, and he's moving into position. So good positioning, and I find that today players have been pretty much on point with this by spotting things and then moving units into position to cut them off. Doesn't quite have enough tanks to really take that out. Oh, he actually gets another tank as well. Infantry though, he will be forced back once they rock up. Tanks are being aggressive. They're going to take it down. Unfortunately, walking into that garrison, that's going to be the end of that squad. Not quite. Yeah, he does get it. Will scare Cyber's forces back. But look at this. Drive is swelling. He's got the infantry upgrades. He's pulling all of his tanks and all of his infantry forces down here now. I think he's going to leave a couple of tanks back here just to card the MCV on the way to the expansion, but he's almost certainly going to push an attack with the infantry ball in the middle. There's actually not many rocket squads there. It's only like half a dozen, which I guess is nice. He has dozers not. And I have dozers done. It's just about to complete. Cyber's already got it done, but it's going to complete as soon as this fight starts. I think there, it just completed then. Oh my god. But yeah, Cyber decides not to engage. He's doing this thing with the flame tanks again. Surely he's got a shrine. Oh my god, he pulled his Harvesters off the line. Is that from the attack earlier on? Oh my, if that is, they've been sitting there for like a good minute now. He doesn't have a shrine, which means these flame... I just don't understand. I don't understand. Look, Driver's getting... Oh my god, there's 2 Harvesters full of blue tip. There's even a... Oh my god, this is not good. Cyber can't allow that to happen. He does get the Harvesters back to work. Maybe there was another attack I didn't see. Maybe they weren't idle for as long as we thought they were. A couple of infantry squads will find these bikes. I wouldn't mind seeing them inside the garrisons. That would be a lot more effective. He's going to find some units here, but I mean, these units are going to be destroyed. Drive just delaying the attack here. He's going to move his tanks forward. He's going to find the infantry by itself. He might be able to go for a crush. He's going to see an empty blue tib field, and he's going to be like, oh no, that's bad. I still don't understand why there's the heavy flame tank force here, and look at this. The infantry just causing problems. He doesn't have a good positioning here. Cyberstorm, he's now fighting. There's Harvesters there. There's flame tanks here. The flame tanks, again, don't do too much against the Scorpion tanks. I just don't understand the philosophy behind the flames. If he had Purifying Flame, it would make sense, right? Because you could actually destroy Scorpion tanks with Purifying Flame. But without it, it makes no sense. The flame just doesn't do enough damage to the tanks. And it was just like the first game on 6 City, right? Driver's just force moving forwards now. He's like, oh, I just got way more tanks than you. It doesn't matter if I have the bad position. I've got so many more tanks that it's not going to matter right now. Battle markers up there. Infantry are attacking. He's going to use the decoy army. It's going to get cleaned up. Yeah, Drive now moving his tanks forward. Oh my god, Cyber's got nothing to stop this. Unless he's got a Tib Vane. This is not being stopped. He's just going to overrun this field. And yeah, Cyber just in a world of pain right now. An absolute world of pain. He's going to lose that harvest. He's going to lose the refinery. And yeah, Cyber has been defeated. And it was just too easy at the end there for Drive. He just walked over the top of Cyber. So yeah, Drive getting things done here. I think we're looking at a quick 5-0. Drive is simply just showing that he has now been playing a little bit more, and he's going to be too strong for Cyberstorm. Cyberstorm, unfortunately, not a good showing for his last match in the tournament. Yeah, those I don't know how long those harvesters were idle for. If they were idle since that first attack with the Scorps up the top, that would have been like over 60 seconds idle harvesters. Maybe there was bikes that came back in because there was a bike up there, so I can't be sure. But still, yeah, idle harvesters is not good. So Drive is already on match point. We're just about to hit the 1 hour mark in this particular series. We started about what, I think it was 5:50 a.m. It started a little bit later because the Bike Futurama series actually went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought we were going to finish ahead of schedule, and then we ended up finishing about 10-15 minutes after where we expected. Yeah, 5-0 for Drive. I don't think it's a too hard of a prediction. Yeah, the sound of the game. We're talking about the sound with Charles and that the other day, and the game sounds like just the sound effects and the voice lines. Like every unit in the game has like 50 voice lines, and imagine how many units there are in the game. Every faction's got like 15 units. You know, there's literally thousands of voice lines, and the sound effects is even greater. I looking at the Hammerhead the other day. It has like 120 like sound files that are just sounds. They're not actual voice lines. Yeah, the engine sounds, all the sounds they make, and everything like that. It's so dynamic. You never get bored of the voice lines and the sounds in the game because they're so varied and dynamic. Yeah, the steamroll at the end there was way too much. Cyber just having trouble. He's having real trouble. He's staring down the barrel. I still can't get over the Bike Rush Future game. I knew it was going to be a good series because it was going to be like top tier, but I just had no idea how good some of those games were going to be. Like, I think like 6 or 7 of the 9 games were just like peak. Yeah, I don't want 7 here. He thinks he's going to be playing the same map again. You can't play the same map twice. I think he might pick Undergrounds. I just have a feeling, because he's picked it in almost every single one of his series. He just seems to have an attachment to that map. I think it's going to be GDI versus Blackhand. Oh, the sun has actually just hit the horizon. Look at that. I can see the sun. Cyberstorm, he's okay. He's always been a good player. He just hasn't seen, like, he seemed to be a bit off in this tournament. Like, this definitely is not his best series. He has played better series before, but yeah, I think it's just Drive has probably been playing a bit more during the week, and now Drive is just really starting to wind up. And Drive is actually a trained up Drive is a serious tournament like contender, like a winner. But nonetheless, we have Drive starting on the east side of Badlands Hills. He's sticking with the Blackhand, and Cyberstorm trying to make something happen. He's GDI. He's in such a dire position, ladies and gentlemen. This is match point. This is probably going to be the last time, the last match you're going to see Cyber in the tournament, in the Invitational Extended Series. We won't be seeing him again in the tournament. This will be his last game. Yesterday, we may have seen Master Leaf's last game in the tournament, but today, 100% even if he does a reverse sweep, this is the last you're going to see of Cyberstorm, and with the way the series is going, this particular game here on Badland Hills could be the last showing of Cyber. Things are getting serious. He's about to be eliminated. Hopefully he can try to bring at least one game back, maybe get that percentage cranking a little bit more. But well played, I think, to Cyber in this event. Like, he's done a really good job of sticking with it. He's really good with the organization and responding and arranging games, and he's really keen to play his games, and he is keen to do well, but a little bit outgunned, unfortunately. Is he going to do something crazy? No comm center. I mean, it's triple spike. Again, it's the triple spike map. This map has been again, this is one of those moderate maps where it's been like picked half the time. So it's not uncommon, it's not very common, it's sort of just in the middle. It's just regular common. When was the last time Drive won a 1v1 tournament? I can't remember off the top of my head. The problem is there just hasn't been that many tournaments in the last 12, 18 months. Think about it. There's only been 2 big ones I can think of, and I don't think he won any of those. I think BikeRush won them. I think Futurama won one of them because he just dismantled Leaf in like the Winter Championships or something. And then there was the April Strike. I can't remember who won that one. That was over a year ago now. It was actually 1 year ago, so April last year. But yeah, nonetheless, there was a tournament on in December as well. I can't remember what happened with that one. I remember casting with BikeRush. It might have been a 3v3 event. But let's keep an eye on things here. 4 harvesters, 2 ref. Cyberstorm just under assault. And that's the thing. Drive's been doing this 3 bike opening. Every single game he plays Blackcan, and it's been working out not too bad for him. I mean, he hasn't really got a harvest or anything, but he forces units out of Cyber. He sort of rattles his cage a bit, just making sure, hey, just beware, I will build bikes, I will attack you fast. He's doing the Bart Pitbulls now, but he's going to come up against the Scorpion tank. Second War Factory before second ref. Is he going to go all in? He's not building a ref. This could be an all in. No, he's going for a refinery now. I think he realizes that... it's actually off a blue tib. Wow, that's fast blue tib. I think he realizes that because Cyber's not all in, he doesn't want to do the all in just yet. He's going to have to back up. Yeah, that harvester only got half a tank. He's going to be lucky to get that away as well if Drive really pursues that. The Pitbulls are going to leave it behind as well. They might have to come forward and shepherd it, yeah. He's going to get got a War Factory here, so he should be able to get it behind the War Factory. No, he bypasses the War Factory. Surely he gets it behind the War Factory now, yeah. He's got more Pitbulls coming out. He should be okay. He's going to dock that Harvester. It should get repairs. A Predator tank comes out. That's nice. He might get the Harvester, but not before it dumps the last of the blue tib in there. Yeah, I think he's going to get it. He is going to get it, so he does destroy a little bit of blue tib got out of the tanks, though. This is really aggressive. He's really pushing hard for a second harvest. It's got repair drones on it. He doesn't pull the harvester. He pulls way too late. It's hard to pull harvesters when they're already docked as well. Gets a second harvester. Oh my god, Drive is just so aggressive. And there's a lot of forces here. Those 2 Predator tanks here just really doing work. Has to rebuild these harvesters straight away. Even there's actually a tank there. He left a tank behind. Okay, does he not realize that's there? The Drive still has a tank there. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, surely he notices that's there. I don't even think Drive realizes he's just left a tank behind. He's going to start shooting at that harvester. Drive doesn't have a second ref down just yet. He's got extra harvesters though. And Cyber going to make another play at the blue tip field. And yeah, he's sitting here going like, what the heck? How is there still a tank here? Where did this tank come from? He's going to get the tank. It's not going to escape. It's going to run through there. Yeah, even Drive beaconed it. Drive didn't realize that he still had a tank alive. He's like, hey, how did that get there? It was left over from the original attack. It just forgot about it. Strange scenes. But it's going to be tier 1 spam from Cyberstorm. He's long-range mining. Might want to move those harvesters to his natural expansion. That'll be better use. Does have a rocket squad in there. That's annoying, isn't it? It's just a single rocket squad. There's actually a little bit of a cliff edge there as well. I didn't notice that. I think maybe that's to stop buzzers from getting too close. Drive now going for his patented man spam and tank combination. He's got this garrison as well, but I think Cyber's just going to jump on it. He's like, hey, It's just one rocket squad. I'm just going to jump on it. But the thing is, it buys time for Drive to pull more forces, right? And that's the whole reason it's there. It's just there to buy time, so he can move those forces into position. Second MCV. We got 2 MCVs. Cyber's going to spot it. Surely Cyber realizes that that's the second MCV as well. Good positioning from Drive on the high ground. He's got infantry up front as well. No AP ammo from Cyber. He's got enough APCs, but just, yeah, no AP ammo. He is taking fire. I think he's on a whole ground stance. He's going to have to go forward. Not the greatest positioning. Drive is looking pretty good here. He's picking off a couple of these tanks. There's a lot of GDI forces here. Yeah, now he's got him in the choke. I think he can push forward, but the problem is the Blackhand man spam. A laser turret comes down as well. That's just really annoying. It's just annoying to deal with, right? And it's got a lot of HP on the hub. It can draw fire. Oh man, Cyber's losing quite a lot of his tier 1 forces. He just doesn't. He's got AP ammo now, but it's just not a good engage. Yeah, he's going to have to back off there. I like the fact he went for a lot of tier 1, but I mean, he just got a lot of it chewed up. Drive just had better positioning, and Drive's even chasing it down. It's like, hey, I'm just going to push my advantage and chase it down. He's still long range mining over here with like, oh, he's actually got blue tip again. That's nice. But 4 harvesters there where he could move the harvesters over here. He's got triple ref. Hammerhead's coming. There's actually no double A aside from the rockets, which are not firing. Surely, oh my god, he puts them on a move order. Does Drive not realize he's under attack? Oh my god, my voice. He now realizes it, but not before he loses almost all of his rocket squads. Sam turret comes down a little bit too late. Might get a hammerhead, maybe another one on the way out. Yeah, does get it finally. Flame tanks though coming around. There is some APCs they could mine drop, but Cyber doesn't seem to have realized that those flame tanks are there, and these flame tanks can clean up the base. Drive just moving them through. Meanwhile, he's just standing on tip field. Yeah, minefields do come through. He gets one refinery. He's going to try to get the other refinery, I think, with 2 flame tanks focusing it down. That might be a little bit too much, and that's important because there's no build radius here anymore, which means if Cyber wants to expand there later on, he's going to have to move his MCV or use an outpost. Gets a blue tip harvester. Drive is going for a Redeemer. I'm surprised he doesn't have clicks. Still got the war factory down there. Oh, look at this. He's going to need some obelisks to help out with this here because there's a lot of forces here. There's a decent amount of infantry, but he's going for the crush. Oh, hammerheads are here as well. This might be a little bit too much. He puts down a shredder turret. I'm not sure what the shredder turret's for. He could have benefited from a SAM turret or a laser turret or anything else, but Cyber actually crushes this force down. Oh my god, is he going to actually push through? Tibcore is done. He's going to want to watch out for that. He's going to go for the engineering facility. He's got the engineering facility. Oh my god, he's going to stop the Redeemer from coming out. It's only one obelisk. Yeah, so he's just going to focus it down. He's going to focus the SAM turrets down. No, he's actually going to not even bother. He's just going to go straight for the MCV. There is a laser fence, but the laser fence is taken off. Look how much damage he's doing. Cyber might have actually done it. BikeRush comeback time. He had enough time to type that into the chat while he was doing this. And yeah, Drive is in a little bit of trouble. Cyber might actually win this game. He's got a lot of tier 1. Did he sell his MCV? Oh my god, no, he's still got an MCV. He's just got so much tier 1, and he's got the hammerheads to back it up. The multi-MCV just didn't work out because he didn't have time to solidify his position well enough. He's only got one MCV, has to build a Mantis to deal with the hammerheads because he's trying to build obelisks with his one defensive build queue that he's got now. He's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to build infantry. The Mantis are going to have to back up. He loses a Mantis. That's unfortunate. These forces will be destroyed. There are still some infantry forces here, but Cyber's moving in from every direction. I don't think Drive's going to be able to hold this. Yeah, he's going to focus down that obelisk. He didn't put the obelisk behind a structure. He's going to finish off the power plants. The tech center is down. I think Drive may have underestimated this force here. He went for multi-MCV, couldn't quite get it going. He got hit a little bit too soon. His power grid is being shattered. He is going to fight it out, so he thinks, I guess, he can hold it, but he's going to lose his second MCV. Yeah, no, as soon as that goes down, he realizes that the game is over, and Drive loses the game. Cyberstorm hangs on in the series, so we are still going to see at least one more Cyberstorm game in the tournament. And yeah, what can I say? It was a well-executed strategy from Cyberstorm. He actually did a pretty good job of that. Drive tried to go multi-MCV, but he didn't have time to get down enough base defenses or enough defensive capabilities to actually make it worth his while. Yeah, if he got the Redeemer out, it might have been a little bit different, but even having the Redeemer out, I think eventually he would have just been focused down. Because, yeah, I mean, maybe he could have held, but there was a lot of tier 1 there, right? Yeah, GDI tier 1 spam defeats that. So Cyber's going to be feeling at least a little bit better about that getting on the board. Maybe it's time. Now, if Cyber does win the next 4 games, that will be a reverse sweep in a best of 9 series. That would be crazy if he did that. Oh my god, it's tired. People want him to build a rig. Yeah, rig might have been alright there. People are calling the 5-4. That's the thing as well, because there were hammerheads, right? So, like, Drive's like, oh man, I got to do something about these hammerheads as well. But he's trying to build obelisk, and then once he loses 1 MCV, he's down to 1 defensive build queue. So that limits, you know, it's either build turrets or build obelisks, and that's probably why he's building Mantis, right? Because like, I'll build Mantis to counter the hammerheads, and I'll build obelisk, but it's just it was too late, right? There's just no defensive. There was no defensive line already pre-built. He was trying to put the defense up as he needed it, and there was so many units there that was just like boom, boom, boom. He's just focusing it down so fast. It was a solid GDI play, and yeah, Drive just not able to handle the power of the GDI 1T1. Oh yeah, I'm tired. Might have to have a nap after the series. What are we looking at for viewers? $127. Still quite a few people have stuck around to see this game through after all the amazingness of the Bike Rush Futurama series. Oh, that was a good. I'm gonna have to watch that back, like especially that Highland. I think the Highlands game was by far the best, you know. But some of those other ones where Futurama really took, and that's the thing. The Odyssey game as well, right? Like the stealth tanks. Bike Rush literally won the game with that stealth play. That one play where he just went in and ravaged Futurama. If that hadn't happened, Futurama would have won the series there. And the Highlands game as well. Like, I can't believe it. He had him broken and he couldn't shut the door. Just Futurama a little bit too wasteful, I think, at the end there. Cyberstorm asking for spike numbers. He doesn't realize there's only 1 spike on this map. Shows you how much he's played that Black Hand GDI. Alright. So starting on the northeast side of Winter Meltdown, we have Drive. He's still on match point. He's not going to get the clean sweep, because this man, Cyberstorm, has managed to bring 1 back for the cause, flying the American flag. But realistically, Phoenix, aka Nashington's, probably going to be the real threat for the or the real American play here that you're going to want to watch, because he's got a much better chance. Obviously, he's got the only chance now being in the finals, since a win here, like I keep saying, a match win here is not going to do anything for Cyberstorm. He's just playing for the nobility of it. Drive, however, would want to close the door. If Drive loses this series, that's going to be devastating for Drive. It will be devastating, because it'll be a loss to Bart Jones and Cyber, and that means he's going to have to beat Phoenix and Shock Trap it. Whereas the way things are going now, he might only have to beat one of them. Actually, no, he's probably going to have to beat both of them anyway, just because of the way this is working out. Are we going to see the 3 bike open? Yeah, we're going to see the 3 bike open again now. Cyber might be starting to catch on. Oh my god, I'm a bit tired, aren't I? Yeah, I think next week we'll do a 12 GMT stream. Maybe we'll do 1800 GMT for Nash, but I'm going to make Nash play probably a double header. We should be able to finish up the group stages next week. We might need one more week. It depends on player availability, because the way the tournament works is that it works on player availability, right? So if the players just aren't available, we might have to push it through to one more week. But it doesn't really matter. Like, there's no real time frame for the tournament. Just I was planning to complete everything within about 2 months, which we're on track to do, by the way. Everything's been progressing quite well. Nice micro from Cyber, nice micro from Drive. He gets all of his bikes out. He did lose that infantry. He had a small group of infantry contingent there that was all destroyed by that turret, so that's a bit unfortunate. I guess maybe he wanted to get the structure, just wandered a little bit too far into it. Four wins in a row for Cyber, I guess. It's possible. If he does it, it will be the first time we have a complete reverse sweep. Yesterday we saw our first best of 9, and we also saw another best of 9 today. So that went to all 9 games. That's what I meant to say. Up until this point, we hadn't had a series go to 9 games, and then yeah, yesterday we had one. Today we had one. So potentially this one can still go for that, but Cyberstorm, take a picture, mate, because again, we might once again be in his very last game of the entire tournament. All the Cyber fans out there cheering him on, come on, buddy, win a match series. You can do it, but he is against the monster that is Drive. Going to get some hull damage on the MCV, but yeah, surely he's not going to get any more than that. He's going to find some pit bulls, but Drive is just going to poke at the power plant, decides, you know what, I'm out of there, not going to do anything. Again, these bikes appear just to be not just light harass, but also just purely almost for scouting, right? He's going to put more hull damage on the MCV, and the MCV is pretty badly damaged. Like, you know, he's lost about 40% of his health. You know, that could be a setup for another attack later on, right? Rocket PCs, Drive spots them. Oh, he might lose a bike. No, not quite. He's going to be able to get out of there pretty clean. He's gone for Scorpions. Could have gone for really flame infantry. Cyber has the building there, which is annoying. It's very annoying. Oh my god, he gets one of the APCs straight away. He actually had quite a lot of tanks forward from this point here. I did not see that. Now he's going straight for the expansion. A lot of tanks converging on it because he went for 2 War Factory before ref. He still does not have a ref down. I can see nothing on the radar. He's working on one, but he's going to push an attack here, right? And there's only... Oh my god, is there just 2 pit bulls here? You know, he could probably just take out the MCV. I think he's going to go for the MCV because it was so badly damaged. He's going to put the repair tool down on it. Is this going to be a mistake? If he can get it, it'll be... Oh, he's going to get it. Oh my god, this is the thing, right? He didn't repair it. He didn't think about it, right? He did not think about it. Maybe some mine drops coming in. Oh, he way overkills those pit bulls. Oh my god, that was pretty bad for Drive. I would have thought he'd split his fire a little bit better than that. But oh my god, this could be it, ladies and gentlemen. With the MCV gone, he's trying to pull Predators from the main. He only has 1 War Factory. He knows the writing is on the wall, and he's just going to tap out. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last time we will see Cyberstorm in the Kane's Wrath Invitational Extended Series of 2025. He is done and dusted. He is out of the tournament. A 0-4, which is really unfortunate, but again, very good sport for Cyberstorm. I like to give him a nice shout out for doing his best, and at the end of the day, someone had to finish bottom of the group, and that's going to be the same with Group B as well, right? So he should be proud that he fought hard there, and you know, he still managed to pick up the occasional game win here or there, but he is not going to get a series win. But yeah, well done to Drive, Rush. And look at that, a perfect 1.0 kill death ratio for both those guys. It's an absolute perfect kill death ratio. Yeah. But what do we have to say? I might actually do the statistics now if you guys want to wait for that. Let me have a look here. Drive. What's the score? 5. It was 5-1. Yeah. Oh. Drive defeats Cyberstorm 5-1. And if you guys just want to wait one moment, I might just go ahead and show you the group standings. Let me see if I can just quickly get that sorted. Results. What do you guys? Okay, so we have to update Group A and B. So Drive got 2. It's going to be interesting, right? Group A is not going to move that much. So it's going to be a 7. Oh. 7, 6. He goes to +1. Where's the calculator? 7. 53.9. That's going to be good for Drive. Just update Cyber. Okay, what does Cyber do? Cyber, yeah, 0 and 4. That's unfortunate. He won 6 games. Does that push Drive up? No, it doesn't. Drive doesn't actually move. Drive stays in 4th. Yeah, he's going to stay in 4th. It's not enough to overtake Phoenix. Phoenix has his status is better. Let's update Group B now. Okay, Futurama. Futurama ended up on 19 wins and 12 losses. 7. 61.3. And BikeRush, I think, almost certainly is going to take top spot now. His percentage has got to be better. What did he won 15, 5. Yeah, he's going to be +10. His win rate drops quite significantly to 75%. He was on 90%. All right, let's just switch that around. Yep, just bear with me. Just about to have the group stages updated so you guys can have a quick look at them. I will put them on I will post about them. So you don't have to worry too much. And I will check these results as well. I'm just doing a very quick update here. Oops, not that. Save as. All right, I think that's done. Let's go have a look. Oh, not that one. All right, here's the groups table. Now, what I'm about to do is I'm going to update this image momentarily. Did that work? No. There we go. That's working now. Okay. So here we go. So if you look at Group A, Cyberstorm is done and dusted. He's on the bottom of the table. There is a pretty big fight in Group A for that last spot. Technically, Shock Trapper should be okay. He's probably going to have to win his last game. Actually, yeah, if Drive beats him, yeah, Shock Trapper's actually in a little bit of trouble as well. I really don't know what's going to happen. You're going to look at the Shock Trapper Phoenix Drive situation, like, yeah, what's going to happen with that? Bart Jones doesn't care that much. He's going to qualify. He can't not qualify. It's just a matter of whether or not he finishes first right now. He's got a pretty good win-loss percentage as well, 71% at a +9. Yeah, but Group B, BikeRush takes the lead. He has 3 wins, and he's now at 75% with a +10. Futurama, though. Futurama is done. He will finish second, and nothing's going to change that. Not unless, actually technically if Bike loses to Senna by a lot, Futurama can still come first. But I mean, realistically, even if Senna is somehow miraculously able to beat BikeRush, I don't think it's going to be by a lot. And I don't think Senna's going to beat BikeRush in a long series. So yeah, it should be BikeRush 1, Futurama 2, and then it's just going to be the fight for that 3rd position. You know, Leaf, Tipsy and Senna are all in with a chance. But I mean, Tipsy has to play Senna. That's going to be the big game, right? That is going to be the one to watch, because that's going to be critical for Master Leaf, because there's almost no chance Senna's going to beat BikeRush, which means it's going to come down to the Senna Tips game, and we might end up seeing 3 players on 1 win, and that's where the game difference and percentage will come in play. Master Leaf sitting at a -6, 40%. Oh, is it going to be enough? That's the question, right? Because look at Senna. Senna's only at -4. Yes, he has to play Bike Rush, but still, if he can at least take some games off Bike Rush and then beat Tipsy, boom, he's got Leaf. If Tipsy beats Senna, then it's all over for Master Leaf. So thanks for watching the stream. We will have more streams coming up next week. Again, we only have 5 matches left in the group stages, so stay tuned for those. I'll put a post on my YouTube. I'll put the streams up as soon as I have them. Yeah, Bar Jones at the top of Group A there. Everyone's talking about that. Yeah, I will have more stats coming up as well. Probably I'll just do them at the start of the next stream once I've had time to properly update them. I like to do the map stats and the faction stats because I think people just enjoy that the most, right? They like that the most, so that's what I'll do. I'll release them. But anyway, thanks for watching the stream. My name is Green Zero. Thanks for watching the Kane's Wrath Extended Series. The tournament is not finished yet. We're at the back end of the group stages, and then it's going to be into finals. And the finals, by the way, if you don't know, those series are best of 11. So look out for those. That's going to be absolutely insane. But anyway, thank you for watching the stream. You can find the full results from the link in the description, and I will post the ladder on my YouTube channel. But until next time, my name's Green Zero. Thanks for watching the tournament. I'll catch you all in the next stream.